And by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the NBA. Grab a seat, settle in, and pitch the remote. It's the best show on sneakers, Phoenix Suns basketball. Tonight, from the capital of California, the two top teams in the Pacific Division square off. Two teams who love to score. It's the Suns and Kings from Arco Arena in Sacramento. Again, everyone, Tom Leander along with a man who put the J in jump shot, EJ Eddie Johnson. The Suns pull off the trifecta. 3 players named as all-star reserves today. Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Shawn Marion, all making the grade. What an honor.
It really is, Tom, but it just shows you how hard this team has worked. And these 3 players specifically, they have gotten it done in the first part of the year, and they are going to be rewarded. Steve Nash, you know, he's up for MVP, and Amari Stoudemire as well. But Shawn Marion was the guy that everybody thought might not get there, and I wondered why. Because the guy's a double-double every night. He blocks 2 shots a game, and he gets 2 steals. An unbelievable effort for these 3 guys.
Third appearance for Nash, second for Marion, but the first for Amari Stoudemire. We got his reaction before tonight's game.
Oh, man, it's going to be a lot of fun out there. You know, with me, Sean, and Steve on the All-Star game, and Q and Joe shooting 3-point shootout. Our whole starting 5 participating in the All-Star weekend. Man, it's like a dream come true. I mean, you can't really look for anything better than that.
And don't forget, we will also see Amari Stoudemire in the slam dunk contest. That ought to be fun.
It really is. I mean, it's the Suns weekend. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it.
We'll take a time out here from Arco Arena. When we come back, we'll take you back to the first meeting between these 2 teams in Phoenix. Went down to the final shots.
Wow, this Subway sub is delicious. And with the deal Subway Restaurants is going, I should get another one for later.
Introducing Subway Restaurants' $2.49 daily special. 7 6-inch subs, 1 for each day of the week, each at one great low price.
But if I'm eating a Subway sub for lunch, am I going to want to have it again for dinner?
7 6-inch subs, 1 for each day of the week for just $2.49. Each one made fresh right in front of you, just the way you like, all on our fresh baked bread.
Am I going to want to have a Subway sub again for dinner? Of course.
Subway, eat fresh.
Parts, give me parts, give me that part, this part, I need the right part. Parts, give me parts, at AutoZone I can find the right parts. Parts, tie rod, push rod, piston, wheel stud. Parts, give me parts, at AutoZone gonna get the right parts. Give me parts.
When it comes to getting the parts you need to do the job right, there's no better place than AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
2 lattes.
Watch this. There you go.
Thank you.
You ready?
Yeah.
Your check card.
Check now. Is it there yet?
No, nothing.
No?
See your check card transactions instantly with secure online banking.
Oh,
There it is.
oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, instant, huh? Link. Hey, you know what, can you make it do that again and get me a brownie?
Yeah.
Bank of America.
Thanks.
Higher standards.
Man, I love the extra long cheese coney.
It rules my world, man.
Yeah.
No, literally. I use it as a ruler. I use the measurement of the extra long cheese coney.
And I don't think most of America is going to accept that we need to start measuring things by the length of a hot dog.
You know what, Pete? You can't understand a man until you walk 3,568 extra long cheese conies in his shoes.
Extra long cheese coney. Sonic's got it, others don't. Try an extra long cheese coney with a large order of tots, now for just $2.99. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Steve Nash and the Suns getting set for the Sacramento Kings here at Arco Arena. Tom Leander back with Eddie Johnson. The Suns and Kings met for the first time back at the America West Arena in Phoenix on November 13th. Great NBA drama. Came down to the final seconds. The Suns had 2 good cracks at it to send this game into overtime.
They did, and at home you want an opportunity to close the game out, and the Suns were feeling good about themselves before this game and got 2 great opportunities. Shawn Marion, the floater that he normally knocks down, and then the ball bounces right to Joe Johnson in his range, and he had to shoot a little quick, and it went long, and Sacramento got out of America West with a victory. 224
points combined by the 2 teams, and as you look at the Pacific Division standings as they stand today, the Suns with a 5-game lead over the Kings. Now, the Kings have the usual suspects, Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, Peja Stojakovic, Brad Miller, but they have added a new piece here. Coutinho Mobley picked up from Orlando in a trade for Doug Christie. They add some offense, but lose some D.
Yeah, they gave up the defense. They gave up some veteran leadership as well in the locker room, but what they have acquired is a guy that can really get the ball up and down the floor, can score in a half-court situation. Very difficult to guard on the perimeter because he is left-handed and he can shoot it from anywhere on the court. He has caused many a problem for the Phoenix Suns over the years.
And it's the first in-season deal for the Sacramento Kings in 7 years, adding Mobley to the backcourt along with Mike Bibby. Two of the highest scoring teams in the NBA going at it here at Arco Arena. Plus, definitely a high-intensity crowd here in Sacramento. Starting lineups, opening tip, coming up next.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Dakota. It has a lot more of what you're looking for. Power, the only V8 under 20,000. Size, the biggest overall interior room. Capability, up to 7,000 pounds of towing capacity. In fact, there's only one thing Dakota doesn't have a lot of: competition. The all-new Dakota. It's a lot more truck for a whole lot less. Now grab 0 Plus, 0% financing plus February bonus cash for total savings up to $5,100 on Dakota.
Hi, I'm Officer Rose from the Peoria Police Department. Having new equipment helps us keep your community a safer place.
I'm Mickey McHugh, Chief of the Coolidge Fire Department. Fighting fires with the latest gear can mean the difference between life and death.
I'm Officer McGee with the Avondale Police Department. Using high-tech systems makes us more alert to the needs of our citizens.
And we're all protecting Arizona communities.
Gila River Casinos, building communities where everyone's a winner.
When you're digging into a honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, it's easy to get carried away. But don't forget about those fries. They've got feelings, too. Introducing the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. 3 big crispy chicken strips with honey barbecue sauce and melted Monterey Jack on a toasted bun.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
They say you can't improve on perfection. We beg to differ. Introducing Arby's Market Fresh Buffalo Ranch Chicken Wrap. We took the perfect flavor of buffalo wings and combined it with creamy ranch sauce to create something that tastes even better. With crispy sliced chicken, pepper bacon, and pepper jack and cheddar cheese. Then we put it all in a soft wrap. So what are they saying now? They're eating their words. And Arby's new Market Fresh Buffalo Ranch Chicken Wrap.
Absolutely love it here in Sacramento, California. What an atmosphere for NBA basketball. The 32-15 Kings, the 38-11 Phoenix Suns. Tonight's starting lineup sponsored by Discount Tire Company. Visit Discount Tire Company on the web by logging on to discounttire.com. Discount Tire, more choices, low prices, the best brands. All 5 of those faces will be in Denver for All-Star Weekend. Nash, Amari, and Marion on the All-Star team. JJ and Q will be in the three-point shootout. Head coach for the Phoenix Suns, Mike D'Antoni. Yes, we all wish he could have been coaching the Western Conference All-Star team, but we will blame it on Dante Jones and Antonio Burks, the unsung stars in Memphis. That loss to the Grizzlies hurt D'Antoni's chances to coach the Western Conference All-Star team. Starting lineup now for the hometown Sacramento Kings. They are 19-6 here at home. Mobley and Bibby in the backcourt. Peja Stojakovic, Chris Webber, and Brad Miller in the middle. Webber, Stojakovic, and Mobley have been beset by injuries over the past couple of weeks. Head coach for the Sacramento Kings just receiving the option year on his contract for next season, Rick Adelman. And I love to throw this in too. He is an alum of Loyola Marymount University.
Is that supposed to impress me?
No. Steve Nash was impressed, though. He went to Santa Clara, part of that West Coast Athletic Conference. AutoZone matchup, Nash and Mike Bibby out of Shadow Mountain High School.
Now, this impresses me more than Loyola Marymount. You know, this matchup right here, and little stories going on here. You know, Bibby probably thought he should have made the All-Star team, not over Steve Nash, but I'm sure he's going to try to come out and prove himself against arguably right now the MVP of the first half of the season, Steve Nash. But both players are going to push it. Mike Bibby is going to look to score a lot more than Steve Nash will, and Steve is going to have to play up on him, Tom. He can't allow him to set around the three-point area, because if he gets hot, as he has been recently, he can carry this team all by himself.
Mike D'Antoni said the Suns will alternate in covering Mike Bibby between Steve Nash and actually Joe Johnson will get that nod to begin this game. A little more physical, Joe Johnson to help out on that pick and pop, which really hurt the Suns late in that game in Phoenix.
They run the two-man game as well as anyone in the league. And I would say Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire is right there second in terms of ranking who runs the two-man game well. Chris Webber gets him a lot of good opportunities.
Suns #1 in the league in scoring. The Kings come in 3rd in the NBA, just percentage points behind the Washington Wizards. Suns cough it up here to begin things at Arco Arena. Ought to be an exciting night of NBA basketball. Suns averaging 109.5 points a game. The Kings, a little over 102 points per game. Weber, beautiful dish inside Bibby. Count the hoop. Goaltending on Amari Stoudemire.
They're the best passing basketball team right now in the NBA. They're first in assists, and because of Chris Webber, the best passing big man in the league.
A lot of similarities between these two teams as Stoudemire digs in on Miller, tipping Sean Marion once, twice, and then finally corralled by Miller. A lot of similarities in the running styles, but what separates the Kings from the rest of the league, the passing abilities. That one tipped by Joe Johnson into the hands of Sean Marion, laying it up. Going for the jam was Amari Stoudemire. Inside, tipped out of there, and grabbed away by Joe Johnson. Now it's Nash. Underneath the hoop, in the corner, Marion, the ball hit the out-of-bounds line. The Suns will have it with 16 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, the key for the Suns is, with any team that comes into this building, you try to get the crowd out in a hurry, because if you don't, it just fuels this basketball team.
JJ, quiet night offensively against the Knicks. Suns coming off a victory at home over the Knicks, 114-106. The Kings last game, a loss in Portland, 114-108. Inside, Stoudemire blows the layup and again misses the gimme. But I guess there really are no gimmies in the NBA. Nash down Main Street, draws the foul and earns a ticket to the line.
You will never ever see Peja miss a shot like that again. He's a scorer.
Oh,
he thought he had a chippy. And it just didn't go in.
Nash at the line, shooting just under 90% and misses the first one. Stoudemire has been troubled by back spasms, along with Mobley, and Weber missed some action with a sore left knee. He's actually missed 7 games this season, and you watch him run down the floor, still looks very, very gimpy.
Well, he runs like a guy that looks like he could be 5 years older than what he is. And, you know, but the NBA can do that to your body, and Chris Webber has felt it more than anyone.
Weber missing 7 games. The Kings actually have won 6 of those 7 that he missed. Amari Stoudemire, the direct hit from the outside. Suns up by 1. Nearly 2 minutes deep here in the first quarter. Suns start out 1 of 5 from the field. Missed their first 4 attempts until Amari stuck that one. Inside Weber. Nowhere to go on Amari Stoudemire, then locks in the baby hook.
Amari played good defense there. Chris Webber, you want him to just put up a tough shot, put a hand in his face.
Nash with the offensive rebound. Q lights up a 3. No, too strong. Way too strong. Didn't even catch the iron. So the Suns begin 1 of 7 from the field. Mobley, a fourth-quarter assassin against the Suns in his history, connects here in the opening period. He is much like Sam Cassell, a Suns killer when it comes down to crunch time. Mobley in his days with the Houston Rockets.
Left-handed players throughout the history of the league, if they are good at putting it down, as Amari gets an easy one there, Suns get a lot of good plays out of there, out-of-bounds plays under the basket. But Mobley is just difficult to guard, Tom, because he's left-handed and he's extremely quick and he can drive with either hand.
Suns with 2 field goals, both courtesy Amari Stoudemire. Peja Stoudemire misses, this time from the outside. Marion with the rebound. Suns coaching staff in unison yelling, go, go. Nash, Stoudemire, they'll let him fire from the outside, ripping the cords. Amari Stoudemire, his 3rd field goal, 3 of 5 from the field. The rest of the team, 0 of 4.
You know, I know people say, why are the Sacramento Kings giving him wide open shots out there? Well, they're scared to get up on him because he'll put the ball down and go around either Chris Webber or Brad Miller.
And you see Amari, the defensive assignment on Webber. Sean Marion covering Brad Miller. Mobley, 2 on the shot clock from the corner. Drains a 3.
Amari lost track of the shot clock there. He should have been a little bit closer, knowing that Mobley could not have put it down and gotten to the rim.
Mobley shooting 45% from behind the line, 4th best in the NBA. Stoudemire again, this time along the baseline, and just rolls off. Here comes Mike Bibby. Certainly a case to be made for him making the All-Star team. Still might get the spot if Kobe Bryant does not play because of that ankle injury. Take a look at the spots that were given, and certainly the Kings had 4 viable candidates. Nash from the outside, in and out. Hugh with the rebound. Quentin Richardson averaging 8 boards a game over his last 10 as Shawn Marion locks in from 3-point range. In the zone with AutoZone. $100 to Phoenix Suns Charities, courtesy the 3 by Shawn Marion.
I don't know about you, Tom, but I am going to enjoy this game.
You know what? Just bring us the popcorn, the Coca-Cola, and we will become fans. Weber comes up short, gets his own miss, wants 3. That's short also.
You know what? That's what you call an ultra green light.
Joe Johnson dips into the lane, and it drops for JJ. We saw a lot of those short jumpers come up short against the Knicks. Lost a little bit of confidence as that game wore on.
You know, and the Suns can really do damage to the Kings if they push it, because Brad Miller and Chris Webber do not get back well defensively.
Exactly. The Suns would love to run Webber and Miller. Mike Bibby strokes it from the outside, a 1-point game. Just under 7 minutes to go. Opening quarter, Stoudemire, front iron. And here comes Mobley racing into the front court. Right in the face of Shawn Marion, and draws the foul. Marion backpedaling and busted for the personal.
You know, that's the one guy, you, again, as I said early on, you have to worry about Cuttino Mobley, because he is a point guard as well, playing the 2 position. And if he gets the rebound, he is going with it. He is a one-man fast break.
You know, they needed to bring a counselor into Orlando after that deal. Stevie Francis was devastated at the departure of Cuttino Mobley. Longtime backcourt teammates in Houston, and then earlier this season in Orlando. I don't know if he was going to continue the rest of the season. He was so distraught.
Really?
Both free throws knocked in by Mobley. 13-12 Kings, 6:45 to go, opening period.
Cuttino looks pretty happy.
Wouldn't you? Well, they had a pretty good thing going in Orlando as well. Yeah, fun team to watch, but again, that was a team that desperately needed defense and got Doug Christie. Marion going for the swat initially, and then the ball knocked out of bounds with 17 on the shot clock.
It is Kings ball. With Shawn Marion doing what he does best.
4th in steals, 6th in rebounding, Shawn Marion. And the Suns leaders in block shots as well. Back cut, Bibby bounces into Q and draws the foul on Richardson.
Yeah, but the official makes the call from behind Quentin Richardson, both hands up in the air. Mike Bibby looking for contact. He basically is the one that initiated it and got the call.
So Mike Bibby out of Shadow Mountain High School went on to the University of Arizona for 2 seasons, and we discussed this over the course of the last 24 hours. Is Mike Bibby the best ever product to come out of high school in the Phoenix area? Certainly you have to look at Mike Bibby, Richard Jefferson, and then earlier on, Mark Allery, Brad Lohaus, but I think the nod would have to go to Mike Bibby for what he's done in the NBA.
It's a no-brainer. You know, Richard Jefferson obviously is improving in his game, but I don't think he's at the level of Mike Bibby right now. Maybe in the future, but not right now.
Talked to Paul Coro, the beat writer for the Phoenix Suns and the Arizona Republic, and he even said you go back further and you've got Scott Lloyd and Art Becker, a couple of guys from the past, but I think right now, best product ever from the Phoenix area. If you include Tucson, then you're talking Fat Lever and Sean Elliott. 3-point lead for the Kings here in the first quarter. JJ cut off, kicks it out now to Nash. Back to JJ, 5 on the shot clock. Runs the baseline, pulls up and connects. Joe Johnson right on target.
Well, you know, and Joe's height always gets him an opportunity to get it over big guys. Joe Johnson about 6'8.5", just got right over the top of Brad Miller.
Suns now 6 of 16 shooting from the field. A little over 37%. Weber, head fake on Stoudemire, barrels into Q, offensive foul, Chris Weber, as called by Bernie Fryer. Our officials, Bernie Fryer, Leon Wood, and Matt Boland, and we have our first timeout here at Arco Arena. Kings leading the Suns, Nash and JJ hooking up.
hooking up well. This is the type of moves we need to see all night from our Suns backcourt. Getting it to JJ in open court. Up and around Brad Miller.
Someone has a love letter.
It's true. With NBA League Pass, you get up to 40 games a week. Yes, you can be a Kings fan and Philly and still watch them play. You think this year's rookies will be as good as last year? Do you want to follow your favorite fantasy players? Then NBA League Pass will make you a happier man.
Get NBA League Pass now for just $109. To order, call DirecTV, Dish Network, or your local cable provider.
Wow, this Subway sub is delicious. And with the deal Subway Restaurants is going, I should get another one for later.
Introducing Subway Restaurants' $2.49 daily special. 7 6-inch subs, one for each day of the week, each at one great low price.
But if I'm eating a Subway sub for lunch, am I going to want to have it again for dinner?
7 6-inch subs, one for each day of the week for just $2.49. Each one made fresh right in front of you, just the way you like, all on our fresh baked bread.
Am I going to want to have a Subway sub again for dinner? Of course.
Subway, eat fresh.
The Room Store's huge President's Day sale is on now. Save up to 50% off, and for the first time ever, get 0% interest till President's Day, not 2006, not 2007, not even 2008, but 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase. Save on famous name brands like Broyhill, Sealy, Posturepedic, Viewpoint Leather, Lane, and more, and get 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
Kings by 1 here in the first quarter. Grab your sweetheart and come on down to the America West Arena on Valentine's Day to see the Suns battle the Utah Jazz. There may be no love lost in this heated rivalry, but you'll love the heart-shaped Suns picture frame you'll get as one of the first 7,500 fans in attendance. Just call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or visit Suns.com to get your tickets. Not a bad idea. Bring the missus. Get her one of those Suns picture frames, heart-shaped. In case you forgot to buy that present. I have not done as of yet.
You haven't?
No. You?
It's Valentine's Day all the time at my house.
Oh my goodness. I think I'm getting sick. I think Joy is too.
Man, you cold.
Nash steps up on Bibby, sets up Sean Marion, straight and sweep for the Matrix. Mr. All-Star will make his second All-Star appearance, and he's given the Suns a 1-point lead. Second field goal for Marion, 7th for the Suns as a team. Suns led by Stoudemire, 6 points. Mobley with 7 for the Sacramento Kings. There's Mobley again from the Brad Miller pass. Brad Miller is just a fantastic passer from the high post.
If you're a scorer, you understand if you move, you will get good looks.
I don't think people realize the passing skills of Brad Miller. He played with the Indiana Pacers, prior to that the Chicago Bulls. Actually was undrafted, went and played in Italy, then signed as a free agent with Charlotte. That was all-star caliber. Stojakovic missing another layup attempt. This one in traffic. Bibby lobs it for Weber, dips in, ripped out of there by Sean Marion. Suns creating great pressure in the lane from the outside Q back iron, and the rebound to Mobley. Suns now 1 of 4 3-point shooting. Weber, straight but strong, and there's another board for Marion. He already has 5 rebounds as Jim Jackson checked in for the Suns during that last timeout.
Sean might get 20 rebounds this game because of the pace up.
Joe Johnson has taken a seat on the Suns bench, spelled by the other JJ. Marion for 3, that won't drop. And it's knocked into the hands of Peja Stojakovic. Suns shooting just 35% from the field. Kings not much better, a little over 37%, and Weber will head to the line. So Chris Weber steps to the line. The Suns making a deal today with the Boston Celtics. They had talked about this possibly happening a couple of weeks ago, but today it's official. They acquire Walter McCarty from the Boston Celtics, 31-year-old, 6'10" forward who has range.
What is Tommy Heinsohn going to do now without Walter?
I love Walter McCarty. Hopefully Mike D'Antoni will love him too. Yeah.
Walter will bring defense, an ability to fit in with this team because I don't know, he's not a three-point shooter, but he can knock it down, so he can run the floor. He can take some outside shots. He can do some things. And, you know, he's a lot like Bo Outlaw in the fact that he's a better scorer.
Yep.
And so because of that, I think he's going to add a lot to the Suns bench along with Jimmy Jackson. Now, when both he and Jim Jackson check into the game, Suns might not lose a lot now as they did early in the year.
Definitely an insurance policy for the Suns. Walter McCarty, in case Sean Marion were to turn an ankle, go down with an injury, or just trying to give him a little rest during the course of the season. And Brian Colangelo said Suns waited a couple extra weeks, and the deal became even sweeter from Boston. Danny Ainge threw in a little extra cash. Stoudemire on the run for Sacramento. Back come the Suns. Marion attacks, rises up, front iron. Stephen Hunter in there for the Suns. And away comes Bibby.
Suns got that shot up within 4 seconds after the Kings make the layup, and they come right back and take a quick shot.
Timeout, Mike D'Antoni. Catino Mobley strokes the three-pointer. D'Antoni said for the Suns to be successful here tonight at Arco Arena, they must hit shots. They are not hitting their shots, only 33% from the field. Meanwhile, Mobley feeling it and filling it.
With more flights to more places than ever before, America is your backyard. Southwest Airlines, offering affordable daily flights from coast to coast.
You are now free to move about the country.
From the fastest and strongest to the most capable and most powerful Dodge Ram trucks. Matched by none, envied by all.
Come on, man, floor it!
Grab 0 Plus, 0% financing plus package discounts, plus February bonus cash for total savings up to $9,000.
When you're digging into a honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, it's easy to get carried away. But don't forget about those fries. They've got feelings, too. Introducing the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. 3 big crispy chicken strips with honey barbecue sauce and melted Monterey Jack on a toasted bun.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
Sacramento on a 16-4 run. Get on board now before it's too late with the Stretch Run Flex Pack. 3 great games, 2 tickets to each game, starting at only $75. Call 602-379-SUNS right now. Operators are standing by. Phoenix Suns basketball, the best show on sneakers. Barbosa set to join the fray here at Arco Arena. Catino Mobley, 4 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 3-point range. He has 12 of their 22 points, dishing here to Peja, and then connecting on the big shot.
Well, you know, Catino has been everything for them so far in the ball game. 12 points so far in the game, and he has been on target, but he has given the Suns problems for years. I mean, he is a very difficult individual to guard, but they better find a way to slow him down.
Originally traded during the offseason to Orlando, part of that T-Mac deal. JJ trying to set up Barbosa. Steve Nash now on the Suns bench with Phoenix trailing by 6. JJ dives in, his pass intercepted, picked off by Weber. Mobley gets it over to Peja. Got a good look and a good shot. 3-pointer by Pts-Ast-Reb.
Well, as I stated, the Suns and the Kings are mirror images of one another. They can go on serious runs in a hurry.
And it's a 19-4 run. Sent out Stephen Hunter by Chris Weber. Postman with a taste of his own medicine, Bibby. They set up to Miller inside. The dish to Stoudemire. The Kings with the clinic here in the opening period.
They're putting on an offensive clinic, no doubt about it, but Suns just need to stay within themselves because as quick as the Kings can jump out in front, they can let you right back in.
Barbosa misfiring by a long shot. Here comes Sacramento, 21-4 run. Leading the Suns by 11. Bibby cut off, now gets it back from Miller. From the outside, Bibby. His miss jerked out of there by Jim Jackson. AJ has been a tremendous influence here. The Suns are 7-1 since that deal, and he fires up an air ball. Oh, they're going to start ringing those cowbells big time.
Well, you know, and the Suns have been pretty good about this, and when Amari checks back in, I know they will get in rhythm, but you can't get back in as quick as you got out. You know, and so the three-point shot is the weapon, but the Kings aren't a good defensive team. You can get to the basket.
Final minute 40 here of the first quarter. Suns have missed their last 7 field goal attempts. Stoudemire one-on-one with Weber, who banks it home. Strong move there by the veteran, Chris Weber.
He's doing everything on the ground. He has no elevation at all.
Up and under, Stoudemire, the contortionist, puts it down. How did he stretch for that hoop? What a move by Amari Stoudemire, who now has 8.
Well, Amari told me on the plane last night, he said, EJ, I love to eat. And what he means by that is, every time he gets that basketball, he wants to get it in the hoop.
Marion comes away with the offensive rebound. The run ended at 23-4 for the Sacramento Kings. Barbosa, offensive board, fresh 24, then loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, probably should have gone up and maybe tried to draw the foul. Tried to squeeze out of 2 defenders and lost track of it.
Minute 10 to go here in the first quarter. The Kings' biggest lead has been 13 here in the period. Bibby to a wide open Chris Weber, wide left. Tipped out of there by Marion into the hands of Stoudemire, but his pass goes out of bounds. Suns really out of sync at times when Steve Nash is not out there to direct the fast break.
Well, Steve is very good at giving Amari Stoudemire and Sean Marion outlets where they can get him the basketball. That's something Leandro has to get better at. He has to make himself available to ignite the Suns' fast break because these guys are used to pushing it up, throwing an outlet pass around half court.
Matt Barnes checks in, second-year player out of UCLA. Mike Bibby felt he was manhandled there by Joe Johnson. Weber on the move, hangs in the lane, and drops it in. The velvety soft touch of Chris Weber now has 6 points.
Kings talked about how much more physical they are as a team, but so far they're playing well, but they're doing a lot of complaining right now with the Suns' contact.
The former King, Jim Jackson, 2 seasons ago, was a member, an integral member of this Kings team coming in off the bench. Weber, all net from the outside. He is starting to percolate. The lead is back to 13 inside, snow piling in. Amari Stoudemire now in double figures with 10.
That was a heck of a post-up. He ran Chris Weber right to the middle of the lane and then froze him.
Kings now shooting 52% from the field, thanks to that 23-4 run. Barbosa with the pick. Here come the Suns on the run, sets up Stoudemire, and Marion there with mop-up duty for the Suns. Banging those offensive rebounds. And Sean Marion now 8 boards here in the quarter to go along with his 7 points, and that will do it. We are done with 1 here at Arco Arena. Catino Mobley with a dozen for the Kings. Stoudemire has 10. Headed to the second quarter from Arco Arena with the Kings leading the Suns 33-24. You're rolling with Phoenix Suns basketball here on UPN 45.
Here's your Bud Light.
Thank you.
You know, I think I'm just gonna go freshen up a bit, okay? Okay.
Look at that.
It's so funny that you like to dance as much as I like to dance.
Hey, yeah, well, she's a little annoying, but I'm desperate. Oh, gotta go.
Oh, did you meet Coop?
Coop?
She's annoying, but I'm desperate. She's annoying, but I'm desperate.
What's that all about? Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
Nice try, pretty boy.
It's all here.
Hey, don't go looking for those cigarettes, because today's the day we finally call it quits. No more secret smoke breaks at work. No more making our family suffer when we light up. Yeah, of course they want us to quit, but it all comes down to you and me, baby. Hey, why do you just want to look healthy on the outside? Come on, give it up. Good man.
You know, TJ, nothing goes better together than an extra long cheese coney and tots.
Anything and tots.
Oh, yeah.
A hot date and tots. Dancing alone in your disco basement and tots.
Struggling so hard with your identity that you have no idea who you are and it leaves you like in an existential hole.
Whoa, a little close to home.
And tots.
Okay.
Thank you.
Coney and tots. Sonic's got it, others don't. Try an extra long cheese coney and tots. Now for just $2.99. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Are you meeting up with Jenny?
Let me check. Hey, Jenny. It's me.
Hold on, there's somebody on my other line. Hello?
Looks like it's time to sign up for the new Family Share Plan from Verizon Wireless. Get the first 2 lines for $59.99 and each additional line for $9.99. All with unlimited in-calling to other customers from our coverage area. Plus, get a Samsung A670 camera phone for just $49.99. Good. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Phoenix Suns basketball is brought to you by Circle K. What else do you need? By The Room Store. We put it all together and save you more at The Room Store. Jack in the Box. We don't make it till you order it. And by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the NBA. Tom Leander, Eddie Johnson back with you from Sacramento. Kings leading the Suns 33-24 after the first quarter of play. Time to check the first quarter stats presented by Pulte Homes. Pulte Homes, the way it should be. The Suns shot just 37% from the field in the opening period, 1 of 7 from three-point range, but they stayed alive thanks to 7 offensive rebounds.
And that was key. But, 30 shots, if they continue on that pace, you know they're going to start to make them. So the Suns have an advantage. You can think of one in this game so far is the fact that they're getting up more attempts. And I think the team that gets up the most attempts will have the best chance to win.
Here are your Pulte stats from the first quarter. And Sacramento wound up shooting 52% from the field, 3 of 5 from behind the line, led by Mobley, who was a perfect 2 of 2 from deep. Little problem with the clock here early in the second quarter. And we talked about some of the injuries that the Kings have had throughout the course of the first half of the season, coming off a loss to the Blazers and the return of Weber, Peja, and Mobley from their injuries. So still trying to reacclimate those 3 into the lineup, but they're also without Bobby Jackson most likely for the remainder of the season. One of the key players on the Sacramento Kings team coming off the bench as he had wrist surgery.
That's one of the reasons why they went after Coutinho Mobley, because they needed that type of spark plug that Bobby Jackson brought them every night.
Darius Sangaila in there to begin the second quarter for the Kings. And from the outside, Bibby nets it. First 2 for the second quarter. Mike Bibby now 3 of 4 from the field, has 8 points. Sangaila out there off the bench along with Matt Barnes and also Maurice Evans. Up and under, Jim Jackson falls off.
Good move there by Jim Jackson. Just got a little bit deeper than what he had liked, and it was a tough attempt.
During the course of all those injuries, it's been the likes of Evans and Martin, Sangaila stepping up for players like Weber, Peja, Mobley with the injuries. Barbosa on the runaway, count it, and he'll go to the line for the free throw. Leandro Barbosa, that Brazilian blur.
And that's the beauty of his game. And when he gets opportunities like that, he has to get focused and then make the opposition pay. Normally the fastest guy on the floor, especially with the basketball, when he gets a head of steam going, he's going to get to the rim.
Not many people in the NBA can catch up to Leandro Barbosa. After missing 9 games with his ankle injury, came back against the Knicks in the Suns' last contest, had 8 points in just 12 minutes of play. And we saw him in the backcourt with Steve Nash. He tends to flourish when he doesn't have to have that responsibility of running the team as the point guard.
You're right. And, now the Kings are going to their bench with Barnes and Eddie House is in the game, Sangaila. This is when you say, okay, can the Suns still contend? Because this is when you have to take advantage of the Kings when they do go to their bench.
Eddie House held there by Barbosa. The foul out on the perimeter, and the one-time ASU Sun Devil, Eddie House, now playing for his 3rd NBA team this season. Started in Charlotte with the Bobcats, then went to Milwaukee, a cup of coffee with the Bucks, and here now with the Sacramento Kings. This is a guy who scored 60 points in a college game for ASU. Weber from the outside.
And I called that game. I was sitting in front row and called that game, an unbelievable effort. probably one of the best offensive efforts I've ever seen, college or pro.
I believe it's the highest scoring game in the Pac-10 since Kareem Alcindor for UCLA. Maurice Evans, in their second-year player out of Texas, 26 years of age, played in Italy last season, was the Euro Basketball Player of the Year. Darius Sangaila dives in for 2.
He can play. He is offensive-minded as well. You have to respect him when he gets the basketball.
One of the reasons Rick Adelman's option was picked up by this team was they continued to win with players like Sangaila, Barnes, Evans out there, Eddie House. Q for 3, too strong. Very impressive how the Kings are 32-15 with these role players really filling in the gaps.
Well, but they leave Chris Webber out there because he is the guy that keeps it flowing, and he cuts down turnovers because when the ball hits his hands, he makes good decisions.
Marion and Nash to return for the Suns at the next break. Phoenix trailing by a dozen. From the outside, it's Webber, front iron, and the rebound to Barbosa. Looks up ahead, his pass will be stolen. Ill-advised pass there by Barbosa. Eddie House gets it over to Evans. Steps up 15 feet away, tries to bank it in, and it drops. The hometown bounce.
Yeah, that was not a good pass by Leandro. I mean, first of all, the line drive, and he had to throw it over 2 Kings.
JJ into the lane, and the finishing touch for Joe Johnson. JJ's 3rd bucket here in the first half. The Suns have turned the ball over 7 times here in the first half. Sacramento just 5. 2 of the top teams in the league, not only in scoring, but also in taking care of the basketball. Fewest turnovers. Sangaila gets it over now to Eddie House. He'll fire and drill it.
He can shoot the ball. And, you know, he is the brother-in-law of Mike Bibby. So, you know, it's all in the family here in Sacramento.
Married to Mike Bibby's sister. We've actually worked with Eddie House, I believe, at times. Barbosa, brilliant move. Right into the gut of the defense for Leandro Barbosa.
Let me put a uniform on because either team's playing defense right now. I can go out there and get me about 10 points.
This is what we expected when they tipped it off here in Sacramento, and we have a timeout. 8:38 to go. Sacramento leading by a dozen. Eddie's in the house.
He is. You can't allow this guy to get good looks like this. He can catch fire in a hurry.
Yeah, that's right. My check card was stolen. They spent $1,280? No, it's just I'm going on vacation in a week.
If your check card is ever lost or stolen and used.
So how long will it take to get my money back? Tomorrow?
We'll put back the missing money next business day.
Oh, tomorrow's...
Guaranteed.
Tomorrow's great.
Bank of America. Higher standards.
Parts, give me parts, give me that part, this part, I need the right part. Parts, give me parts, at AutoZone, I can find the right part. Parts, tie rod, push rod, piston, wheel stud. Parts, give me parts, at AutoZone, gonna get the right part. Parts, give me parts.
When it comes to getting the parts you need to do the job right, there's no better place than AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Now you can win the car of your dreams and the vacations of a lifetime in the Health and Wealth Raffle. Imagine winning the Mercedes SLK Roadster with a Hawaiian cruise plus $20,000 in cash. Or how about the Chrysler Crossfire with a European River Cruise plus $15,000 in cash? Over 9,000 prizes worth over $5.5 million. It's all in support of St. Joseph's Hospital and Medical Center and the Barrow Neurological Institute. Call or go online at healthwealthraffle.org. Enter today.
With our director, Dan Siekman, producer Bob Adlock. Welcome back to Arco Arena. Kings leading the Suns 43-31 here in the second quarter. This week, Southwest Airlines' featured destination is Nashville. Go to southwest.com for air, car, and hotel deals in the home of country music. Specials available through Thursday. And time now to check our Bud Light fresh stat of this first half. And you see field goal shooting in the period. Sacramento has missed just once.
You know, and now with Webber sitting down, I mean, they bring back in Brad Miller. So you can see what Adelman's trying to do. He is not going to leave his bench guys out there by themselves. He's going to put a facilitator in there, a guy that can make the play. Brad Miller's going to get a lot of touches.
Eddie House, top of the key, right in the face of Steve Nash. The shooting skills of Eddie House.
All energy. I mean, this guy just continues to work and move, a very difficult guy to guard.
Averaged 23 points a game his senior season at ASU. Nash going to work on House, pulls up straight and all net for Steve Nash. Right back at you, says the three-time All-Star Steve Nash. We're still waiting to find out if Kobe Bryant will be healthy enough to play in the All-Star game. If not, Nash should get the start for the Western Conference. Evans working off the screen, now gets to Eddie House. Pulls up again, same spot, different result.
Miller missed Barnes. He was wide open underneath.
And that doesn't happen much for Brad Miller, who has excellent vision. Songaila now switches out on Steve Nash. Wants to use his quickness on Songaila. Spinning into the lane, rams right into Miller. Looking for a make. 3-second violation on Nash and the Suns.
Well, the crowd called that one. I mean, they started to scream after about the 2-second mark, and Leon Wood said, 3 seconds.
Turnover number 8 for Phoenix. Nash very quiet offensively here in the first half. Just 1 of 4 from the field. 3 points, does have 4 assists. Songaila, House, quick touch pass. Miller collides with Steve Nash and then cleans up.
They are really moving the basketball, and they're getting good looks inside. I mean, they are getting layups.
Last 3 games, Brad Miller has really picked up his offense as Nash has the direct hit once again for Phoenix. But Miller scored 38 against Golden State, came back with 35 against the Knicks. In doing that, by necessity, with Weber and Stojakovic out, along with Mobley, in and out, and down for Brad Miller. Nash trying to get it to Amari Stoudemire, who was fouled from behind by, I believe, Brad Miller. Nope, they'll call Songaila for that personal foul. That's his second.
The goal for the Suns is just to get this lead, you know, about the 6-8 point mark before they step in. I mean, the Kings are playing very good basketball, and the Suns knew coming in here that they were going to run into a team that would be fired up, not only because, you know, they're playing a team that is ahead of them in the standings, but a team that also is going to represent with 3 All-Stars, and they didn't get a representative.
Nash trying the alley-oop pass to Sean Marion, batted away. House trying to set up Peja. 1 dribble to his left, rises up and connects. One of the best in the league at not only moving away from the basketball and without the ball, but creating his shot off the dribble. Steve Nash has pumped in 3 consecutive field goals for Phoenix.
But you see how smart he is, though, because he understands the Suns are struggling. Guys aren't knocking down shots. Well, you know what? I'm going to start to look at the basket for a while until everyone else can get into rhythm.
14-point lead for the Kings. Under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Miller down the lane on the fade. And he's hit 3 in a row for the Kings.
Everything for the Kings now is basically around the painted area for their big guy.
Nash, 4 for Nash. This is a 3-pointer. The big shot for Steve Nash in the zone with AutoZone. $100 to Phoenix Suns charities. Wow, picking up the offensive pace. Nash now in double figures with 10. All tipped in the air and finally retrieved by Stephen Hunter. Steve Nash has scored 9 straight points for the Suns. Q slapped and fouled there by Eddie House. And you love to say there's a mouse in the house.
Yeah.
There was one there.
And Eddie was definitely the mouse in the house on that one. Q just didn't get him down low enough. And Eddie House was able to get a hand in there, and he gets the foul. But the Suns have to find a way not to score buckets, but to get stops on the other end. Defensively, they are struggling.
Wait for the hash browns.
Mornings are looking up thanks to McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. There are plenty to choose from. All go great with hash browns.
The
The Room Store's huge President's Day sale is on now. Save up to 50% off, and for the first time ever, get 0% interest till President's Day, not 2006, not 2007, not even 2008, but 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase. Save on famous name brands like Broyhill, Sealy, Posturepedic, Viewpoint Leather, Lane, and more, and get 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
The Rollings 10 presents T-Mac in Save That Dude Over There Who's Fallen.
T-Mac, T-Mac, that dude over there's fallen. Save him!
Let's go. Grab the ball, dude who's falling.
It's the Rollins 10. It's got more grip.
Thanks, T-Mac.
No problem, dude who was falling.
The Rollings 10. More grooves, more grip, more game. Stay tuned next time for Save That Cat in the Tree.
T-Mac, T-Mac, save me, save me.
Kings up by 13 here in the second quarter. The Suns are having a party, and we want you there on Saturday, February 12th. Head to the Home Depot at 2217 East Bell Road anytime between 9 a.m. and noon. There will be a youth basketball clinic led by Suns alumni Mark West from 10 to 11, and Fun with the Gorilla and Suns dancers from 11 to noon. You can also win autographed Suns items, Suns tickets, VIP experiences, and more. That's Saturday, February 12th from 9 to 12 at the Home Depot on 22nd Street and Bell. We will see you there. Steve Nash, who turned 31 yesterday, has hit his last 4 shots after missing his first 3 to begin this game. The streak ends for Nash. Still with the 10 points. Sangaila, his pass ripped out of there by Quentin Richardson and saved by Hunter.
That's the defensive effort the Suns are going to have to show in these next 4 minutes.
Stoudemire wants it in the low block, trying to strip. Busted for the personal, Brad Miller.
And Murray got off to a great start in this game and really hasn't gotten the touches and looks that he got early on. And Steve Nash probably understood that, and that's why the ball went right to Amari Stoudemire.
Stoudemire hits the first free toss. You talk about the Suns needing to pick up their defensive intensity. The Kings are shooting 59% from the field here in the first half. Stat, good to go. Both free throws. And the lead now is 11 for Sacramento.
It's one thing to give up jump shots. I mean, they are a jump shooting team, but you don't want them to get a little gravy and get layups as well, because if you allow them to get layups to fuel the jump shot, they are very difficult to guard.
Kings built this lead in the first quarter when they went on a 23-4 run. Darius Sangaila, perimeter range. Traded by the Boston Celtics here to Sacramento for a second-round pick. Nice acquisition by Jeff Petrie. Nash right on target again for the Suns.
He's on fire.
5th field goal here in the second quarter for Nash.
He's in a little mini zone right now, and I think he needs to continue to kind of look at that rim.
Suns have hit 8 of their 11 field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Peja, quick fire, top of the key, back iron, and rebounded by Stephen Hunter. Suns have lost 8 straight times here at Arco Arena. Nash into the lane. Now looking for some help. Pass intercepted by Mobley. Here come the Kings. He'll pull up for 2. Got it. Coutinho Mobley, foot on the line. And the pose for Mosley.
This game is like playing at the YMCA right now. I mean, they just dribble down and just shoot it.
Mobley has 14. Nash sets up Stephen Hunter. Bucket and one for the big fella. Nash trying to dissect this defense here in Sacramento, and Hunter will head to the line.
It's not hard to do. I mean, either team right now is really doing anything tough on defense. Suns able to get anything that they want, as the Kings have been as well. The penetration there, and Stephen Hunter getting into the fray. He has been down lately in terms of scoring and being productive, and Stephen's going to have to step that up, because early in the year he was getting those type of looks all the time.
Phoenix Suns basketball brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser. Under 3.5 minutes to go here until halftime. The lead is down to 10, and a foul on Steve Nash, whistled by Leon Wood. Nash very diplomatically has his say and then walks away. He learned his lesson in Memphis, and Jim Jackson mugs Mike Bibby. That is now the 3rd team foul on the Suns here in the period.
Oh, Jim trying to beat Bibby around the screen, and Mike Bibby can act. He is, Vlade Divac is not here anymore, but he taught these guys well.
You talk about Mobley and Francis being distraught when they were separated. Stoudemire was really hurt by the fact that Vlade Divac did not return, and he has not even seen really any action at all this season for the LA Lakers. Bibby into the lane, shadowed there by Nash. Peja from the outside. He's had trouble finding the range. Stoudemire now just 4 of 10 from the field.
Great effort by Stephen Hunter there, though.
Nash keeps it alive somehow, gets it over to JJ for 3. The big shot for Joe Johnson. Another $100 to Suns Charities courtesy AutoZone. Hometown fans wanted a charging call on Nash as he knocked over Bibby. But the Suns now have cut the lead to 7. Brad Miller to the 10th floor with power.
Yeah, he did. And Stephen Hunter would have blocked that if he did not dunk the basketball.
Miller now has 8 points for the Kings. Their lead is back up to 9. Nash again attacking off the glass. Got it for Steve Nash. 6 hoops in the second quarter.
They're so worried that he's going to penetrate and pass that they aren't helping out. And he is so smart in that he understands that. And he's going to continue to shoot until they do come over and make him pass the basketball.
Bibby working off the pick, and the rebound by Stoudemire. Suns out rebounding the Kings 22-20 here in the first half. Nash sets up Hunter. Wants to give it a home and is hacked, and will head to the line for 2. Steve Nash has 6 assists to go along with his 14 points. Looking for JJ.
Suns are going to need a little bit more of that. Bibby didn't get the call. Steve Nash, he's going to find you, and he did.
Hello.
Hi.
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 Like going to Chicago? Fly on Southwest Airlines from Phoenix to Chicago Midway for just $79 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
Watch that. I got him. I see him. Give me the ball, Pops. Come get it. I think that's challenge. Are you serious? I won't even put my bag down. Come on, man. Don't let that man shoot you. I got nothing. We don't got nothing. Your mouth looks dry. Have a Coke.
You know what that is? That's the rooftop, son.
They can't have the cheese, the onions.
My croutons make me sleepy.
Hey, guys.
Oh, fried chicken. Too heavy for me.
This is breadless fried chicken. It's brand new from KFC.
Breadless?
Yeah.
Then what do you pick apart?
Nothing. It's perfect just the way it is.
Big news from KFC. New breadless fried chicken. Great tasting chicken without the breading. Fried to seal in all the flavor. Then sprinkled with the Colonel's blend of herbs and spices. It's the great new taste that won't weigh you down. Get a breast meal with 2 sides now for just $2.99. Go ahead, eat what tastes good at KFC.
Suns shooting 79% from the field here in the second quarter, but still trail by 7. Diana Taurasi and the Phoenix Mercury will be hitting the court before you know it. And you can get in on the fun with lower-level season tickets starting as low as $189. Call 602-252-WNBA to secure your spot with the hottest team in the WNBA or visit PhoenixMercury.com. Brad Miller and Stephen Hunter going head-to-head here in the second quarter.
Well, Brad Miller understands that Stephen Hunter will block your shot. And what big guys have to do, and what he did was he went strong. And then the penetration by Steve Nash gave Hunter an opportunity. And Stephen probably should have tried to lay it up with the left hand. He probably could have an and one.
Hunter misses the first free throw attempt. Meantime, Steve Nash had 1 point in the opening quarter and has exploded for 13 here in the second. One of 2 at the line for Stephen Hunter. The lead is now 6. The biggest advantage for the Kings here in the first half has been 16, so the Suns have chiseled 10 off that advantage. Final minute 40 here of the first half. Mobley off the Weber screen, looking into the eyes of Hunter, stays right with him. Excellent defense there by Stephen Hunter.
Didn't get off his feet there, made Coutinho Mobley take a tough shot.
Hunter surveys the situation, now resets with Joe Johnson. The Suns, as a team, their shooting has improved now to 50% here in the first half. Nash, a two-man game with Stoudemire, poked out of bounds there by Mobley. 2 seconds on the shot clock, and Mike D'Antoni wants a 20-second timeout to set up a play. And time for an Inhale Life breather brought to you by the Arizona Department of Health Services, who remind you to inhale life and be tobacco-free. For information on how to quit smoking, call 800-556-6222 or visit ashline.org.
Good time out there because the Suns are going to get a couple of more possessions here in this minute 9 left. And with 2 seconds to go, plenty of opportunity to get a good pass in bounds and get a good look. You know, Suns on a nice rhythm here, and you just want to make sure that you don't make a tough shot.
Steve Nash now 6 of 7 shooting here from the floor in the second period, 14 points.
He took over when he had to. Suns were struggling overall offensively, and he just said, you know what, I'm going to keep us around, keep us in range, and the Sacramento Kings thinking pass, and he is thinking shot.
Lob pass to Marion, catches the backboard. So that was the play designed by Mike D'Antoni. Out of that timeout, the Suns still on a 9-2 run. Bibby floats in and ripped out of there by Stoudemire. Marion double figures with a dozen. From the outside, JJ, the big shot. In the zone with AutoZone, another $100 to Phoenix Suns Charities. The Suns with 4 3-pointers here in the first half. Back cut, Bibby, beautiful lane.
You have to know that's coming. You have to know it's coming, but it's so difficult to guard.
Nash, quick fire for 3. Front iron, tipping Jim Jackson and giving it a home there. Amari Stoudemire above the cylinder.
Suns are going to get one more possession here. They get a stop here, they quite possibly can tie the basketball game up. Now, isn't that unreal?
After trailing by 16 points, the lead is now down to 3. And the foul on Joe Johnson. The Suns had one to give, so Sacramento will inbound it on the side. 27.9 seconds to go here in the first half. Quickly into the lane, Weber throws up a crazy shot, tried to draw the foul on Stoudemire. Refs would have none of that. JJ wants to get the ball in the hands of Nash, being denied there by Bibby. 10 seconds to go in the half. JJ will run the show. Wants a screen from Stoudemire. Splits the D. Down the lane. Elevates and detonates. Joe Johnson dissecting the D. Final seconds of the half. Bibby will let it fly for 3. Got it! Mike Bibby launches and connects to beat the buzzer. They will review this shot, but it will count.
Well, if you just showed up and turned the game on with about 3 minutes to go, stay around, because this game is getting ready to heat up.
Like I said, pitch that remote. 2 of the best teams in the NBA doing battle. JJ with the crush, and then with the seconds winding down, Mike Bibby letting it fly. All net for Bibby. The Suns still outscore the Kings 36-31 in that second quarter. Stick around. Halftime show. K-Ray, Tom Chambers coming up next.
All right, let's knock it out.
Yep.
Make sure you get that corner. Hey, ice cold Bud Lights and McKinney's.
We can finish this tomorrow, you know. Yeah. Job well done.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now that's freaky.
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light. It's all here.
You know Arctic Cat snowmobiles. Now, meet Arctic Cat ATVs. Introducing the full line of superior Arctic Cat ATVs that'll blow you away. Don't just sit there and wish you were on one. Get over to Prowler Power Sports and make it happen. Prowler Power Sports, offering a full line of genuine Arctic Cat equipment as well as service, parts and accessories for all other ATV brands.
This is Principal Turner. Due to the inclement weather, we are closing school.
Settle down. It'll be a while before your parents can get through.
the all-wheel drive RX 330 at your Valley Lexus dealer.
Live from the Cox Communications Game Time Studio, it's the Phoenix Suns Halftime Report, brought to you by Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you. Now, here are Kevin Ray and Tom Chambers.
Well, you've got the number 1 and number 2 scoring teams in the NBA, so not a real shocker that there are 64 points for the Sacramento Kings and 60 for the Phoenix Suns. Kings get that big shot from Mike Bibby to close out the half, but what a rally by the Suns.
Well, the Suns were really the boys that couldn't shoot straight early. I mean, they really were struggling, and to still have 60 points just shows you how explosive this team really is.
All right, let's get to our Shakespeare halftime highlight reel. Of course,
lowlights.
America first quarter. America goes fishing with Shakespeare. You can find a great selection at Sports Authority. Let's get right to it. You expected the haymakers to come out early. The Suns had Steve Nash, well, but even Stevie on the early going couldn't find the mark. Lots of air balls.
Oh, hard hat, bricks. You know, I mean, the Suns just really started off not shooting the ball well, and right there, that could have broken nose. I mean, if you didn't get your hands up quick. Ouch. So close the door, get everybody ready.
Under construction.
Yeah. But this guy, he's been flying below the radar screen since he was traded out to Sacramento. Does a nice job. He's got a great in-between game. He's very athletic, left-handed, can shoot the three, can play defense. This is a nice acquisition Coutinho Mobley is for the Sacramento Kings team, and doing a nice job keeping them in the game early.
Only southpaw on that Kings roster, and he came through 12 first-quarter points, but the Suns made a nice rally in that second quarter, which we will talk about.
So you looked all the way to the bottom to make sure they didn't have another southpaw?
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Go through those notes. All right. When we get back, we're going to check out some of the other highlights from around the NBA as the Mavericks busting out the retro look. Oh, yeah, the old school Mavs. Adjust your tent for this one.
So, a little winner take all for the last slice of pizza? You want it? You got to get through me. To the winner goes the pepperoni! Yes! Yes!
What? At Peter Piper Pizza, you'll love the food as much as they love the fun. If you're crazy about pepperoni, you'll love Peter Piper's new Pepperoni Loco Pizza. It's bold, it's spicy, and right now, it's just $9.99.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Dakota. It has a lot more of what you're looking for. Power, the only V8 under 20,000. Size, the biggest overall interior room. Capability, up to 7,000 pounds of towing capacity. In fact, there's only one thing Dakota doesn't have a lot of: competition. The all-new Dakota. It's a lot more truck for a whole lot less. Now grab 0 Plus, 0% financing plus February bonus cash for total savings up to $5,100 on Dakota.
In the heart of Scottsdale's famous restaurants and resorts is the answer to your culinary ambitions, Arizona Culinary Institute. Learn with a team of veteran culinary educators in 5 professional kitchens, small classes, personal attention. If you're enthusiastic about cooking, then ACI's complete and balanced 9-month program is for you. To start an exciting and rewarding culinary career at Arizona Culinary Institute, call 480-603-1066 or go online at arizonaculinary.com.
The Arizona RV dealers are hosting the biggest sale of recreational vehicles ever in the Phoenix area. 8 of the Valley's largest dealers are showcasing the best names in RVs at unbelievably low prices. Incredible savings. Hurry for the best selection. At Tempe Diablo Stadium, February 4th through the 13th, you can see and test drive hundreds of vehicles. Everything from the luxurious land yachts to folding camp trailers. What's your style? 10 to 6 daily at Tempe Diablo Stadium, 48th Street between Broadway and Southern, west of I-10. Parking is free.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Wardrobes for Suns broadcasters have been furnished by The Clothery in the Biltmore Fashion Park.
voted Arizona's best men's store every year since 1998.
64-60, the Sacramento Kings leading the Phoenix Suns. Suns try to snap an 8-game losing streak against the Kings at Arco Arena, who, by the way, have had the most home wins, 187-43 since 1999.
You are seriously using the abacus tonight, aren't you?
We got it all
You're
working here,
running down
baby.
it, huh?
Southpaws, numbers, whatever you want. We're going to get more back to the Kings and Mavs, the Kings and Suns. Let's check out the Mavs and the Bulls. Go to a little retro action here, and boy, nice little old school spin move there by
He's looking like Bill
Dr.
Walton
Dirk.
in the Portland days. But this guy, Luol Deng, is just doing a tremendous job for Chicago. In fact, the whole team. I mean, Scotty Skiles has got this team turned around, playing tremendous basketball, beating the Mavericks in Dallas 107-100. That is a huge game for them.
And with the victory, they go to a game above 500, 23-22. Dallas goes to 31-16.
In the East, if you're above 500, you're like one of the top tier teams.
You got to be a division leader, right? All right, let's check out some of the other numbers from across the league. San Antonio dispatching Charlotte, no problem there. Minnesota, what is going on? You got to wonder if Glenn Taylor is truly going to stand by and watch this team completely disintegrate. Milwaukee rolling past Boston. Toronto falls to Cleveland 104-91, and Golden State slips past Orlando 113-109. They get you caught up on the NBA scoreboard. When we get back, we'll check out some of the other first half numbers from the Suns as they watch the Kings go on a 21-6 run. Came storming back. It's a 4-point advantage for the Kings, though, at the half.
We got the hottest slots, the biggest jackpots, guaranteed to make you smile.
There can only be one original, and when it comes to good times and the very best in gaming, there's only one name, Fort McDowell Casino. We've been at it longer than anyone else, and we know what you're looking for. We're Arizona's original casino, baby.
Fort McDowell Casino. Good times never go out of style.
Hey, Jack.
Hey.
Want a donut?
Why would I want a donut? Donuts are a scam. When you get to the middle, where the donut fillet should be, you get a hole. I don't want a hole for breakfast. I want something meaty and filling, like my new meaty breakfast burrito with scrambled eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, real cheeses, and fire-roasted salsa. Enjoy your hole.
Hey, Jack. Want a bagel?
Low right, O'Neal, Shaq with a jam.
I love this game because of Dirk and the Dallas Mavericks.
53 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
I love this game because there's no other game like it.
Kid bounces off the glass.
I love this game for LeBron James, baby.
LeBron swooping to the hoop.
I love this game because you never know who the hero is going to be.
3 seconds. Here. Takes it.
Hey, you're done shopping for car insurance?
Yes.
Honey, did they compare this rate to other companies?
No.
How about service?
No. Hey, think easier. With one call to Progressive, a licensed professional will help you make the decision that's right for you.
For Arizona Rattlers tickets, call 602-514-TDTD.
All right, Suns trailing the Kings at the half. Let's get right to some of the other first half highlights for you. 64-60 the count here. Two big guns going out in the second quarter. Brad Miller, not an all-star, probably should have been, and showing his value. And tell you what, this guy has really turned into just a phenomenal NBA specimen, TC.
Well, he's so solid. He rebounds, he plays defense, he dunks, he shoots a high percentage, he does a nice job. But this guy right here, Steve Nash, saw the Suns faltering, really just the guys who couldn't shoot straight. So you know what, Steve says, I'm going to score. And he scored every single time. Didn't miss a shot for so many. There
9 straight points.
Unbelievable. You see Joe Johnson going there, cutting it to 1, getting the Suns right back in it. But you cannot leave Mike Bibby at the end of a quarter, at the end of a half. He loves that shot, and he puts him up by 4 with just a great shot. And you see Webb having a great game, and you see Bibby closing out here, guys who were forgotten on the All-Star team.
Verizon Wireless halftime numbers: Suns shooting 50%, 55% for the Kings, and the Suns need to take care of the rock. Those turnovers really costing them right now.
Really costing them, and the rebounds, Suns doing a nice job, but they cannot allow Sacramento to shoot 54% if they're going to win the game.
Let's go back to Arco Arena for an exciting second half.
This has been the Phoenix Suns Halftime Report, brought to you by Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Good seeing you, man. Always good to see you.
My best friend. Give me one good reason why you do that.
How about a 6?
Hey!
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
Come on, baby. I think we lost him.
It's all here.
Hi, I'm Officer Rose from the Peoria Police Department. Having new equipment helps us keep your community a safer place.
I'm Mickey McHugh, Chief of the Coolidge Fire Department. Fighting fires with the latest gear can mean the difference between life and death.
I'm Officer McGee with the Avondale Police Department. Using high-tech systems makes us more alert to the needs of our citizens.
And we're all protecting Arizona communities.
Gila River Casinos, building communities where everyone's a winner.
The Room Store's huge President's Day sale is on now. Save up to 50% off, and for the first time ever, get 0% interest till President's Day, not 2006, not 2007, not even 2008, but 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase. Save on famous name brands like Broyhill, Sealy, Posturepedic, Viewpoint Leather, Lane, and more, and get 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
Humankind has always longed for perfect vision. Vision that creates images of clarity and crispness both day and night. Today's active lifestyle calls for an even higher standard of visual freedom. At Access Eye Institute, we take human sight to the next level. We offer advanced custom cornea, a flapless procedure that improves your vision without cutting your cornea and is safer and more precise than LASIK. Our wavefront treatment corrects subtle imperfections, resulting in better vision. Call today to schedule your free ACC exam and consultation. Access Eye, better vision, no incision.
Welcome back to Sacramento. Kings leading the Suns 64-60 here at halftime. Tom Leander along with Eddie Johnson. The Kings outscored the Suns 33-24 in that first quarter. Suns come back 36-31, outscoring the Kings in the second. It's everything we expected. Two of the most entertaining teams in the NBA putting up the points.
I don't think the Kings thought the Suns would get back as quickly as they did, but the Suns have been doing that all year. They didn't get down confidence-wise at all. They started making their shots. The Suns have to do a better job, though, Tom, defensively, of getting back in transition and forcing the Kings to continue to take jump shots. Kings got too many points in the paint, and then they must find a way to get Quentin Richardson involved offensively. He and Sean Marion, between them, only 7 points in the ballgame.
Time now for the winner's board, brought to you by Gila River Casinos, where the winners play. The Suns had 3 players scoring 14 points in the first half. Nash, Joe Johnson, and Amari Stoudemire. Steve Nash was 6 of 7 from the field, percolating in that second period. The Suns, as a team, shot 70% from the field in that second quarter. Meantime, the Sacramento Kings and Mike Bibby hit that 3-pointer at the buzzer. Eddie, we talked about at the start of this broadcast, the All-Stars. The Suns putting 3 players on the All-Star team: Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion. Mike Bibby has never made the All-Star team.
Yeah, it's going to happen for him, though, and I'm sure he thought it would be this year, but it just so happens the Suns played very well. San Antonio has the best record. They need 2 representatives, and Ginobili got the nod there. So it's going to happen for him, but his numbers speak for itself. I mean, he should be an All-Star, but they don't have 13. They only have 12.
So a technical foul to begin this second half. Steve Nash nets it. We will get the reason behind it. And very interesting as something transpired And it was a technical foul on Chris Webber. Remember, he was very upset at the no call in the final seconds of that second period. Mike Bibby to begin the third quarter for the Kings dials in again. Now with 15 points. Again, he might still get the nod for the All-Star team if Kobe Bryant is unable to play. JJ doubles it back to Steve Nash. Suns shooting 50% from the field in the first half. Nash draws a foul on Katino Mobley, and I believe he'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, and you say that, Bibby might still get the nod and another technical foul there. The Kings, again, before this game, they talked about how physical they were, but they were in the lead and they've been in control of this game, but yet they have complained about the physicality of the game so far, and I think the officials have gotten to a point where they're tired of it.
This technical is assessed to Brad Miller. So Nash shoots the tee, hits it again, and now will step to the line.
Tom, you mentioned the fact that maybe Bibby still has a chance because of the injury to Kobe Bryant, but you have to remember as well, Greg Popovich is the coach, and Tony Parker's having a pretty good year.
He sure is.
So it's not as easy as you would think.
Another player, Pau Gasol, Elton Brand, certainly some more worthy candidates. Nash, true at the line. Hits the 2 foul shots plus the tee. Another tee to begin the third quarter off the Webber technical. 4 free throws for Nash here early in the third quarter. He now has 18. Most importantly for the Suns, they are within 2 after trailing by as many as 16 points in the first half. Webber's pass is picked off by Marion. Up ahead on the run out is Stoudemire, met there by Stojakovic. JJ for 3, absolutely! In the zone with AutoZone, $100 to Phoenix Suns Charities. The 3-pointer by JJ, and the Suns have taken the lead.
Joe Johnson getting ready for the 3-point contest.
Yeah, along with Quentin Richardson. Asia wants to answer. Inside, Bibby cleans up, banging the offensive glass. One of the smallest players on the court.
But he's strong, and he takes up space down there. If you're a point guard blocking him out, as Steve Nash is, Steve is going to have to maybe face guard him and just keep him out from underneath the basket.
Stoudemire busted for the personal foul there. That's his second. Bibby coming off 2 high-scoring games, had 40 points and followed that up with 35 in his last 2. Pass by Stojakovic goes out of bounds untouched.
Kings throw a lot of bounce passes, and if you're quick with your hands, you can get a fingertip on it and maybe distract it. Suns have gotten to a couple of those.
Bibby 40 against the Knicks, followed that up with 35 in the last game against Portland. Nash untouched right into the gut of the defense. That's that 2-man game with Amari Stoudemire. The defense doesn't know how to react. Nash is lethal if he pulls back, and they have to be wary of Stoudemire rolling to the bucket. Suns back up by 1. Webber from 17 feet, right elbow.
You have to make him drive. If you're Amari Stoudemire, you got to get up on him and make him put the ball down going left. Around the elbows, he is uncanny.
A hold and a foul on Mobley out on the perimeter as Webber hits the floor, and you can almost hear the gasp here at Arco Arena. It appears to be a very fragile Chris Webber here in the latter stages of his career.
Well, he really is. I mean, he has battled the injury, and he had the tough knee surgery, and his running style helped add to that problem with his knee. Runs on his toes, and not a lot of players do that. Puts a lot of pressure on your quads and around the knee area.
Kings by 1. Bibby into the lane. His finger roll. Doesn't catch the iron, then tips it over. That is a violation against Sacramento.
That's the exact call. The ball did not hit the rim. If you shoot the basketball, you cannot be the first player to touch it. He did, and that is a travel.
Suns trying to end an 8-game skid here at Arco Arena. Nash again into the lane. Over the head pass. Marion wants 3. Can't get it. Beautiful setup, though, by Nash. Joe Johnson inside with the baby hook. Right spot at the right time for Joe Johnson. Suns back up by 1.
Joe Johnson is having one of those games where the shots are coming easy. He's not having to work for him, and he is knocking him down.
Webber off the mark. Bibby, his pass tipped away and stolen again by the Suns. Here comes Sean Marion, tops in the league. at thefts, and now JJQ, he's scoreless so far, in and out for Quentin Richardson.
Quentin moves after the shots, and when the shots aren't going for you, you got to stay. You got to see it, you got to stay for the finish, stay for the result. Q moving a little bit when he released it, and that, I think, made it come out.
Just a little body English there for Quentin Richardson. We saw a lot of body English this afternoon, but we'll talk about that later. The pass to Brad Miller. And a foul. You know, of course, what I'm talking about. The body English. The corkscrew finish. EJ on the course. 8.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bibby. And the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. You've gone quiet on me.
You know, I bet you were one of those guys in school where, you know, when everybody went out to a party, you was on one side of the room and they were on the other. They knew you'd probably go tell.
This guy likes to celebrate success, especially when it doesn't come very often. Certainly not in a competitive situation with Eddie Johnson.
I did not have a good day on the golf course, Tommy. And do you want me to admit it?
You know, I'm enjoying this basketball game right here.
All right.
Bibby nails them both. Now has 19 points. Steve Nash, his counterpart, leading all scorers with 20. Joe Johnson for the Suns also has 19. The high-scoring affair. Suns #1 in the league in scoring. Kings right behind Washington, third best. Nash straight and sweep from the outside.
He rocked Tino Mobley to sleep. As a shooter, all you want the defender to do is to drop his hands, because once he does, you can go right up over the top of him, knowing he cannot block it.
Coming off his 26-point, 14-assist performance against New York, Pts-Ast-Reb back cut the assist to Brad Miller, and it was brilliant.
Well, Joe Johnson cannot allow him to go baseline. You have to body up, make him cut toward the middle of the paint, and you can stay between he and the basket.
Nash whips it over to Marion, pops out. Rebounded by Miller. Miller, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. In the post position for Sacramento. Going out and getting Brad Miller, knowing that Vlade Divac is on his last legs. And Stoudemire rips it away. Here comes Nash. The running fun Phoenix Suns. Nash cut off there by Mobley. Gets it to Marion, double-teamed and loses it. Sacramento now on a 3-on-2. Bibby barrels into Nash and a blocking foul on Steve Nash. May have been moving laterally just a tad.
Well, that was really just a little tad. I mean, I think that's a call that could have gone either way right there. Steve Nash right in front of Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby extended the elbow, which probably could have gotten him the foul.
What a difficult place to try to win here in Arco Arena. The Kings have had the best home record in the NBA the past 4 seasons. Weber, I don't know why he gave that up, but did to Pts-Ast-Reb. Peja now just 5 of 13 from the field.
I think he surprised Peja on that one.
Wide open. Stoudemire dared to shoot by Miller and loads up Amari Stoudemire. Amari now 7 of 12 from the field. He has 16 points to go along with 5 rebounds.
Brad Miller does not want to come out and guard him on the perimeter. He knows he will be a highlight to him if he does.
Miller, dangerous pass, tipped away. Here comes Q looking for his first hoop and has it. On the run for the Suns, who lead by 3. That's the way to get yourself started. Q's been off the mark from the perimeter, and now trying to dive inside. Mobley hits the wood. Another turnover. It's number 6 in the quarter for the Kings. Q to the 10th floor. Elevates and detonates. Timeout, Sacramento. Mobley shaken up. The Suns are now leading by 5 here in the third quarter.
Tino Mobley's feelings are hurt. That's all. He's not that hurt. You can't split 2 guys like that, and the Suns make him pay. Tried to get a little greedy, and look at the passing right here. Passing up, and it leads to a serious duck from Q Richardson.
Parts, give me parts, give me that part, this part, I need the right part. Parts, give me parts, at AutoZone I can find the right parts. Tie rod, push rod, piston, wheel stud. Parts, give me parts, at AutoZone gonna get the right parts. Give me parts.
When it comes to getting the parts you need to do the job right, there's no better place than AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Here's a power tip from APS. where we're always working to help you save energy and money.
Visit APS.com to get the information you need to buy an energy-efficient home, view our homebuyer's checklist, and order a free copy of the APS Homebuyer's Guide. Selecting the right energy features can mean big savings for years to come.
To learn about more energy-saving tips, visit us at APS.com. APS, the power to make it happen.
The Room Store's huge President's Day sale is on now. Save up to 50% off, and for the first time ever, get 0% interest till President's Day, not 2006, not 2007, not even 2008, but 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase. Save on famous name brands like Broyhill, Sealy, Posturepedic, Viewpoint Leather, Lane, and more, and get 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
Phoenix Suns basketball is brought to you by Subway. Eat fresh. By the Room Store, we put it all together and save you more at the Room Store. Gila River Casinos, where the winners play. And by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the NBA. Phoenix Suns have not won here at Arco Arena since April of 2000. But they come in with the best road record in the NBA. Amari Stoudemire and the Suns 20-7 away from home, and they return to the America West Arena to host the Seattle Sonics on Friday in downtown Phoenix, and that is the hottest ticket in town. 9 sellouts this season for the Suns, and Seattle, no doubt, will be number 10. So grab your tickets now, the ones that are left.
You know, when your record is like that on the road, I guess home is everywhere.
It's silly. I mean, we talked about this before, that there's no other team in the league that has as many wins at home except Sacramento. The 20 wins on the road for the Suns, only San Antonio has more wins at home.
Well, I think that Chris Webber, during the timeout, he said, Rick, give me the ball. Because Chris Webber rarely will post up down on the block. He's normally around the free throw line. I think he wants to take things into his hands right now.
Saw the domination by the Kings here at home over the past 4 seasons. And when you look at their success this season, they are 25-1 when they outshoot their opponent. Right now, the Suns are shooting 53% from the field. Sacramento just under 52%. This one looks like it could go down to the wire again, just like their first meeting in Phoenix, November 13th. Joe Johnson and Sean Marion both had shots to send it into overtime. Suns wound up falling just short, 113-111. JJ powering in, met at the top by Mike Bibby.
Well, and Joe Johnson didn't have a good angle there at all.
But then Bibby throws it out of bounds. Well, Bernie Fryer now in a discussion. They will give it to Phoenix. So that is turnover number 13 for the Kings. The Suns also with 13. Again, they had 11 at halftime, which led to 19 points for the Kings.
That's unusual because both of these teams don't turn it over. They're second and third in the league. And the reason why, because they pass so well, and it always leads to a good opportunity where players don't have to dribble the ball and try to create.
Sacramento now 7 turnovers here in the third quarter alone. We still have over 5 minutes to play. Marion back iron, and Miller bumps into Stoudemire, who could have picked up his 4th personal foul right there. Mobley behind the line, and Stoudemire with the rip. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Suns leading the Kings by 5 games in the Pacific Division. Nash, shovel pass, Marion puts it down.
Sean needed that. He needed that because the Suns need to get him into offensive rhythm.
Marion now 9 points to go along with his 10 rebounds, and has the defensive assignment on the 6'10" and burly Chris Webber. Powers in, loses it on the way up, and again wants a call. Won't get it. Nash cut out there by Peja, sidesteps to Marion off the glass, tipping his own miss. Oh, can't put it down.
Tough break there.
The human pogo stick Sean Marion above the cylinder, but here comes Sacramento. Mobley lines up a 3 and knocks it down. Patino Mobley now with 17 points. Back come the Suns and Jim Jackson against his former team, front iron, and there's Mobley with the board. Stephen Hunter to check in for the Suns at the next break. Jim Jackson talking to Mobley as he defends him. Sets up Weber again. Second thought on that shot. The hesitation and another rebound for Marion.
I said Sean would get 20 rebounds in this game.
He's on his way. He's got a dozen. Has it in the lane. Goes up on Miller and it curls in for the Matrix.
It's so quick that, and Miller probably could have blocked it if Sean had gone right up over the top. But he puts one dribble down and just slides away from him and puts it up and in. Brad Miller can't react.
So tough to defend. The Suns have won 7 of their last 8 games. They've won 2 in a row. Coming in here to Sacramento, Stoudemire finally finds the range.
There's a guy that was probably MVP at the last All-Star break.
Sean Marion, and he's pulled from behind. The jersey tugged by Weber. That is a dangerous foul. Marion still able to put it down. And we could see that is a dangerous foul. Again, I'm not sure if that's flagrant.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's not flagrant if you think he didn't hit him, but you don't grab a guy's jersey. I mean, you know, you don't do that. And Chris Webber knows better. If someone had done that to him, I'm sure he would have got up a little mad about it. He's been frustrated all night long, and you know, that to me is a tech that should have happened if he only had one.
You know,
I mean, if he didn't have any. But he's got one technical foul, and the officials know that one more he's done.
You know, again, superstar treatment. We saw that for Stephon Marbury back in Phoenix. No doubt a flagrant foul on Steve Nash when he chopped him over the head. Here come the Suns off another turnover by the Kings. Marion hacked and fouled. So go back again. Possible flagrant foul. It was not called on Weber. Yanking on the jersey of Marion.
And he scratched him at that.
Well, that's flagrant right there. Timeout here in the third quarter. Suns and Kings. An entertaining battle between 2 of the Titans in the Pacific Division.
Ding! You are now free to dip your toes in the ocean.
Ding!
Ding!
You are now free to see an old friend. To forget what traffic sounds like.
Free to find your favorite state flower. Ding! Ding!
That ding is just cracking me up. You are now free to get a low fare, even at the last minute.
Ding!
Ding!
You are now free to follow your favorite team.
Ding!
Ding!
You're now free to enjoy low fares coast to coast.
With frequent nonstops to 59 cities.
You are now free to move about the country.
The Room Store's huge President's Day sale is on now. Save up to 50% off, and for the first time ever, get 0% interest till President's Day, not 2006, not 2007, not even 2008, but 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase. Save on famous name brands like Broyhill, Sealy, Posturepedic, Viewpoint Leather, Lane, and more, and get 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
The Arizona RV dealers are hosting the biggest sale of recreational vehicles ever in the Phoenix area. 8 of the Valley's largest dealers are showcasing the best names in RVs at unbelievably low prices. Incredible savings. Hurry for the best selection. At Tempe Diablo Stadium, February 4th through the 13th, you can see and test drive hundreds of vehicles. Everything from the luxurious land yachts to folding camp trailers. What's your style? 10 to 6 daily at Tempe Diablo Stadium, 48th Street between Broadway and Southern, west of I-10. Parking is free.
Suns by 3 here in the third quarter. Time for the APS scoreboard. APS, the power to make it happen. Other action around the NBA on a Tuesday night. Fat Tuesday. Golden State 113-109 on the road in Orlando. Big win for the Warriors. San Antonio improves to 39-10. Best record in the NBA. And how about this score? It drew cheers here in Sacramento. The Mavericks upended at home by the surprising Chicago Bulls 107-100 in Seattle, leading New Orleans in the third quarter. That is the Suns' next opponent, the Sonics, on Friday night. Marion misses the first free throw. Now, Eddie, you were talking about the Sacramento Kings coming in with a bad attitude here tonight, a bad-attitude. Their players not named to the All-Star team. The shutout, Weber, Bibby, Peja, possibly even Brad Miller in contention. And we've seen the technical foul levied on Weber and Miller here in the second half.
Well, they've been on edge, no doubt about it. They want to show and they want to send a message to the Suns as well. And you know, it's been a physical game after the first quarter, but the Kings have been doing most of the complaining. But to Weber's credit, he did apologize to Mike D'Antoni and Sean Marion coming out of the timeout on the hard foul with a pulling of the jersey of Sean Marion.
Foul down low there on Stephen Hunter. The Suns have now outscored the Kings 26-18 here in the third quarter, leading by 4. Biggest lead has been 5. Chris Webber has really struggled from the field. We've seen him pass up on a couple of jumpers, and that one catches the iron.
You know, he's flirting with a triple-double, though. You know, and the one thing about this guy, you know, to me, he's not playing 100% healthy, but yet, you know, he's a possible triple-double every time he steps on the floor.
Had a triple-double in his last game, returning from the injury from the sore knee. Triple-double against Portland, 20 points, 13 boards, and 10 assists. His second triple-double of the season. Marion face up, squares up on Sangaila and has it stripped away into the hands of Stojakovic. 2:20 to go, third quarter. Webber lets it fly. A lot of confidence on that, Jay. 7 of 18 from the field, 17 points. Q wants it down low to Joe Johnson. Instead, now it's Jim Jackson with 10 on the shot clock. Loses it for Phoenix. Another turnover.
Second time the ball has slipped out of the Suns' hand.
Hayes up for 3. And Stephen Hunter, pushed from behind by Sangaila, had to give it up. And Sacramento now retains possession.
I'm trying to figure out why official didn't see that.
Inside, Evans puts it down.
I mean, Stephen Hunter got pushed in the back.
Very interesting, too, that Mike D'Antoni was right in front of him, but really did not protest. Sacramento has reclaimed the lead here in the final minute 30 of the third quarter. Q drives to his left, trying to set up an unsuspecting Stephen Hunter on the floor. Retrieved by Jim Jackson, 2 on the clock. Lets it fly along the baseline and nails it. Good shot there for Jim Jackson.
Yeah, he needed it too. You know, he missed a couple of open shots. He needed someone hanging on him, Tom.
Shot clock ready to blow up on Jim Jackson. He gives the Suns the lead once again. Sangaila burrows down on Joe Johnson and the personal foul on JJ. Suns are in the penalty situation, so to the line goes Darius Sangaila. Stepping in for Chris Webber. Last week had back-to-back games in which Sangaila scored 19 and then 18 points. Another one of those reserves who have filled in admirably.
The young man can play. I mean, he's gotten opportunities over the last 2 years to put in some serious minutes, and he has been very productive.
Coming out of Wake Forest, played in Russia, and then also for the Lithuanian national team. Sangaila gives the Kings the 1-point edge. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Nash takes the breather. Barbosa out there to finish off this third period. Barbosa moves on Bibby. Inside Hunter, set up beautifully by Leandro Barbosa.
Good job of holding on to the basketball. Webber got it at the apex, but Hunter was still able to get it in.
Back and forth they go here in the third period. Bibby, backdoor cut again. And now again, it's the Kings by 1. Final 30 seconds. Marion, runner with the right hand. Rebounded by Webber. 17 points, 8 boards, 8 assists. On his way to another triple-double. Sacramento can take the final shot of this third period. Started the third quarter leading by 4. Webber for 3. Right on target. Here comes JJ and the Suns from mid-court for Joe Johnson. Will not drop. So Sacramento led by 4 at the break. They are still up by 4 here as we head to the fourth and final quarter from Arco Arena. And you are rolling with Phoenix Suns basketball on UPN 45.
Life not exciting enough for you? Play Scratchers from the Arizona Lottery and get ready for some real fun. Wait till everybody at work hears about this! Yeah! Woo!
Can you run the table? Play 5 games and win up to $100,000. The Arizona Lottery. We got your ticket.
Are you meeting up with Jenny?
Let me check. Hey, Jenny. It's me.
Hold on, there's somebody on my other line. Hello?
Looks like it's time to sign up for the new Family Share Plan from Verizon Wireless. Get the first 2 lines for $59.99 and each additional line for $9.99. All with unlimited in-calling to other customers from our coverage area. Plus, get a Samsung A670 camera phone for just $49.99. Good. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Hey, Jack.
Hey.
Want a donut?
Why would I want a donut? Donuts are a scam. When you get to the middle, where the donut fillet should be, you get a hole. I don't want a hole for breakfast. I want something meaty and filling, like my new meaty breakfast burrito with scrambled eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, real cheeses, and fire-roasted salsa. Enjoy your hole.
Hey, Jack. Want a bagel?
The Room Store's huge President's Day sale is on now. Save up to 50% off, and for the first time ever, get 0% interest till President's Day, not 2006, not 2007, not even 2008, but 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase. Save on famous name brands like Broyhill, Sealy, Posturepedic, Viewpoint Leather, Lane, and more, and get 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
Welcome back to Arco Arena. It's the 4th quarter. Let's take a look at the Jack in the Box inside the box score. Sacramento Kings lead this ball game by 4. 3-point opportunity to Suns, 5 of 16. Sacramento 7 of 13. Steve Nash, he's been offensive minded tonight and still passes. 22 and 10 for him. Points in the paint. Suns have done an excellent job of getting the ball and getting high percentage shots. Suns ready to break this 8-game losing streak at Arco Arena. 1 quarter to go.
Mike Bibby hit the buzzer beater for 3 to end the first half. Then it's Chris Webber with the 3 to end the 3rd quarter. Suns and Kings both put 30 points on the board in that 3rd period. I mentioned the Suns' next game at home Friday against the Seattle Supersonics. Well, the night before that, Seattle will warm up for Phoenix, taking on this Sacramento Kings team.
Well, like a little round-robin tournament going on.
Yeah, exactly. Kings can put a little hurt on the Sonics before they head to Phoenix. Start of the 4th and final quarter. Stoudemire, straight but short. Battling inside Stephen Hunter. Finally taken away there by Evans. Seen a lot of minutes by the starters here in Sacramento. Adelman uses his bench quite efficiently. Weber's still out there looking for Peja, loses his footing, cuts backdoor again, and lays it in.
Everything is backdoor. When you're guarding them, you have to know you want to force them to the outside of you. You don't want them to get behind you. Bibby and Peja, 2 of the best in the league at doing that.
A critical point for the Phoenix Suns. Early 4th quarter without Steve Nash. The Kings are now on a 14-4 run. Turnover Phoenix. That is number 17 on the Suns here tonight.
Yeah, Mike D'Antoni's not going to wait any longer. I know he was trying to roll the dice to see how long he can keep Steve Nash over there on the bench. Well, he's up.
Gave him a breather that last minute of the 3rd quarter, and then during that timeout between periods. Nash will be back. Weber, no-look pass, gets it back. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for Peja. Bump from behind, won't fall. Foul there on Jim Jackson, who fell awkwardly after landing on top of Peja Stojakovic. And here comes Steve Nash. He will replace Barbosa. Quentin Richardson will return for Phoenix as well.
The Suns have kind of wasted that burst that they had to take control of the game. And now the Kings are making their move to take control. And what the Suns have to do now, they have to get good shots. I mean, and Amari is the good shot guy. So I think, you need to find some way to get him good opportunities around the paint. We really haven't seen the explosiveness of Amari in this game. Yes, he's been pretty good offensively, but we haven't seen the explosiveness that we used to see.
He has his partner in crime out there, Steve Nash. Here for the 4th quarter, 1 of 2 at the line for Peja Stojakovic. An all-star the past 4 seasons here in Sacramento for the Kings. finished last season second in the NBA in scoring behind Tracy McGrady. A foul on Chris Webber as he was trying to defend Amari Stoudemire in the two-man game. That is number 3 on C. Webb. It is now a 15-4 Sacramento run. They lead by 7. Their biggest advantage was 16 in the first half. Nash sets up Stoudemire, elevates and drops it in. Assist number 11 for Nash, and that cuts the Kings lead to 5. Minute and a half deep here in the fourth quarter. Time for the Suns to make a move.
Well, everything's going to go through Webber. And so Stephen Hunter's guarding him now. Has to be careful.
Oh, Eddie House fills it up for 3. Instant offense off the Sacramento bench. Discarded by the Bobcats and the Bucks. Finding a home here in Sacramento. Nash dashing in, looking for Hunter. Tipped away, now chased by Hunter. Right in front of the Kings bench, goes out of bounds. Turnover number 18 against the Suns.
You know, Steve had to do it over again. He'd have laid it up. I think he felt someone was going to come try to challenge him. No one really came that time, and the Sacramento Kings guessed right on that possession.
Sean Marion quickly to the scorer's table. He will check in at the next break. Kings working on an 8-point lead. Eddie House gets it over to Miller. Shut down there by Hunter. Back to House. Up and over Stephen Hunter. Back iron. Loose on the floor. Retrieved by the scrappy Maurice Evans. And then the Kings turn it over with 9:48 to go. And here comes Marion.
He passed the ball to Jerry Reynolds. He used to be the coach of the Kings. Please. He couldn't score if you gave him a ladder, a flashlight.
Ouch.
And lowered the rim to 3 feet.
As a legend here in the Sacramento area. Marion behind the line. Oh, the air ball looking for the 3. John comes in a little cold off the bench. Still has the double-double. 14 points, 12 for Stojakovic. Awkward fire there. Quentin Richardson with the rebound. Now it's Nash. Hits the accelerator, takes it the distance. Steve Nash, 24 points for Stevie Wonder.
Now, let's see how long Adelman goes with this group and leaves Bibby and Webber over there. Yeah, this is the match that we're seeing here, and the Suns need to take advantage of this right now.
Nash loses his footing and sight of Eddie House. But luckily for the Suns, misfires. Nash, quick pass up ahead, Joe Johnson. Checked there by Stojakovic. Gets a Marion screen into the lane. The floater for JJ. Tips in his own miss. JJ above the cup. And Sacramento needs a timeout. JJ cuts the lead to 4 here with 8:48 to go. Fourth quarter. Looks like a fascinating finish from Arco Arena. Don't go anywhere.
From the fastest and strongest to the most capable and most powerful Dodge Ram trucks. Matched by none, envied by all.
Come on, man, floor it!
Grab 0 Plus, 0% financing plus package discounts, plus February bonus cash for total savings up to $9,000.
So do you know what I said?
To the bank guy?
Yeah. I said I wanted free checking with no minimum balance, plus free online bill paying. Plus I want lots of your ATMs so we don't have to worry about those fees. Because I don't think we should have to pay for any of it. And you know what he said?
Goodbye.
He said, we don't think you should pay for it either.
Oh. Free checking with no minimum balance. Plus, plus, plus. From Bank of America. Higher standards.
Parts, give me parts, give me that part, this part, I need the right part. Parts, give me parts, at AutoZone, I can find the right part. Parts, tie rod, push rod, piston, wheel stud. Parts, give me parts, at AutoZone, gonna get the right parts. Parts, give me parts.
When it comes to getting the parts you need to do the job right, there's no better place than AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Tom Leander, Eddie Johnson back with you. 4-point game in the fourth quarter. The Suns are putting you in the win column this season. with the Sensational Sweepstakes. Buy a ticket to any game in February, and you're automatically entered to win a Suns Legend Suite complete with appearances by Suns Legend players and the Gorilla. No purchase is necessary. Visit Suns.com for all the details. That's the Sensational Sweepstakes. Rick Adelman against Mike D'Antoni, one-time teammates with the Kings. I always love to show that photo. D'Antoni on the left, Adelman on the right.
Now, I know one thing, the guy that's all the way to their left.
Tiny?
Yeah, so that just goes to show you, neither one of those guys got a lot of shots. Tiny Archibald took all of them.
Yeah. And controlled the dribble throughout. Very similar, though, the former teammates. Low-key personalities. Love to give credit to their players. Low-key, but up-tempo styles as Brad Miller punches in from the outside, and the Kings lead by 6.
They have hit big shots. I mean, every time the Suns tend to make a run, they come back with a jump shot.
And you know they'll go to the bread and butter, the pick and pop with Miller and Weber when he's out there. Suns really had trouble defending that down the stretch in Phoenix against the Kings. Quentin Richardson keeps it alive now to Nash. So Q is struggling from the field, but still doing the job on the boards. Nash shut down. JJ for 3. Absolutely! Joe Johnson fills it up with the big shot. Another $100 to Phoenix Suns Charities, courtesy AutoZone. We have a 3-point game.
Credit Quentin Richardson with the outlet pass. 2 Kings down there harassing him. He got it loose to Steve Nash, and that's why the Suns had numbers.
JJ now matching Steve Nash for team-high honors with 24. Bibby from the outside, and he can be cold-blooded in that fourth quarter. One of the clutch performers here with the Sacramento Kings. Nash looking for Marion, untouched out of bounds.
Well, you know, the Suns aren't going to win this game if they don't stop the Kings anyway. Regardless if they go on another 8-0 run or 10-0 run, they have to find a way to stop the Kings for about 2 or 3 possessions, and then they get themselves back in.
Stutter step by Bibby, and now loose ball foul against Sacramento and Brad Miller. Meantime, at the other end, Steve Nash with 5 turnovers in this one. Has the 24 points, the 11 assists, but at times has struggled looking for mates. Make that 12 assists here tonight for Steve Nash, the NBA leader and the trigger man for this Suns offense. Stoudemire shut down there by Mobley. Q for 3, can't get it. JJ tips it out to Marion, fresh 24.
Excellent rebound by Joe Johnson.
Nash, stutter step on Miller, keeps the dribble alive, fades along the baseline, comes up short. Q still battling for the offensive rebound and keeps it alive for Phoenix again. What hustle there by Quentin Richardson. Tiptoeing the baseline. JJ into the lane, rises up, and down it goes for JJ.
Joe Johnson is having one of those games. So because he is, get him the ball.
They all seem like such good looks. High percentage shots for Joe Johnson when Joe Smooth is cooking. Career high 31. He has 26 here tonight. Bibby initiating the contact there on Marion, and the Suns coaching staff explodes off the bench. Dropped the shoulder, rammed it into the midsection of Sean Marion.
That's a no call. You know, that's a no call. You know, because Sean Marion is moving laterally.
Oh, man.
Mike Bibby invaded his space. I think that's just a no call.
NBA justice there, though, as Bibby misses the first free throw. Joe Johnson and Steve Nash had just 5 points combined after the first quarter. Last 2.5 quarters, about 45 points.
That's the beauty of this team. I mean, we've seen it all year. Quentin Richardson does not have it going. Sean Marion has been off, so these 2 guys have had to pick it up, and they have.
Nash, a beautiful thing in the lane, drops it in, cuts the lead to 3. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Bibby to Peja. Now it's Weber. Swings in on Amari Stoudemire, does not catch the iron. Q leads the break. JJ has a lane, takes it the distance, and draws the foul. A ticket to the line for Joe Johnson. And we have a timeout. 5:46 to go. Phoenix Suns looking to win their 3rd in a row. Their 21st on the road here at Arco Arena.
While you were waiting for 5 o'clock to roll around, our slot machines paid out $1.6 million. More money than any other casino in Arizona. What are you waiting for?
Get up to take the thunder.
The road to perfection is not on any map. It cannot be found in a road atlas. To get there, you set your speed at impossible. And never take your foot off the accelerator. The ES, refined with a passion. At your Valley Lexus dealer.
A hotly contested game here in Sacramento. 22 lead changes between the Suns and Kings this day in NBA history, presented by Paddock Pools. Getting your groove on. We're all your backyard needs. February 8th, 1987, Tom Chambers of the Seattle Supersonics, a last-minute replacement for the injured Ralph Sampson, scored a game-high 34 points to lead the West to an overtime win in the 37th NBA All-Star game. Chambers named the All-Star MVP for his efforts. Tom Leander along with the man who scored the most points in NBA history without making an All-Star team, Eddie Johnson. I know this is an emotional time for you. Every year, this time of year.
You know, I'm tired of national media calling me, asking my thoughts on it. Let me alone.
It's made you a celebrity.
Yeah, you know, if I had made it once, then they wouldn't be asking those questions. So, yeah, you're right.
Any pub is good pub.
Like it.
And the marketing man here by your side. Off the knee, out of bounds. It goes off of Mobley. Suns will have it. 5:44 to go. And the lead is now 2. Kings outscored the Suns 33-24 in the first. Suns came back, outscored the Kings 36-31. Trailed by 4 at halftime. Trailed by 4 going to the fourth quarter. And Nash rings up a 3. The big shot. Another $100 the Suns Cherries courtesy AutoZone.
That was huge. I mean, you know, you want to take the air out of a team and the crowd, that did.
29 points for Steve Nash. Miller into the lane. Met at the top there by Stoudemire, and a foul in the backcourt on Chris Webber. The tide is starting to turn for the Suns. Started with the 3 by Nash, and now the foul on Webber.
And the good thing, too, as well, the Kings will be in the penalty now. Another foul sends the Suns to the free throw line. Suns still have a couple to get.
4th personal foul on Webber. Nash to Marion. Tough shot off the glass. How did that fall?
I think it was more than tough.
A 10-1 run for Phoenix. Bibby drawing the foul and 2 shots at the line. He is the quiet assassin, Mike Bibby.
He knows how to get to the free throw line, but it's all based on his quickness.
Nets the first free throw. Just is so strong in so many areas. The perimeter game, the drives, the dishes. And I believe he and Nash are both underrated as defensive point guards. 109-108 Phoenix. Under 5 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Thrilling game. Nash dashing in, draws the foul. No, I heard a whistle, but now there is a call with Stoudemire on the floor. And he is busted for the personal. I thought I heard a whistle on that Nash drive. Instead, personal foul number 4 on Amari.
Yeah, I thought I did as well. And Brad Miller kind of grabbed him on the left arm that time. And Chris Webber gave Amari a little shove in the back there. That's why he was forced to fall over Coutinho Mobley.
Next foul will result in free throws for the Sacramento Kings. Trailing by 1, Marion Trying to tip it from behind Weber. Asia, open look for three. Got it. Big time three there by Stojakovic, and the Kings are up by 2. 10 3-pointers made by the Kings. Hugh, too strong. Bibby there along with Mobley. Nash wanted a call. Bibby bumps into Quentin Richardson, draws the foul, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Phoenix in the penalty situation, 4:13 to go.
Yeah, Suns picked up 3 in a hurry. You know, they had control of that situation, and just like that, all of a sudden, you thought they would be in the penalty before the Kings. The Kings get there first.
In and out for Bibby on the first one.
You know, I know the Kings are really concentrating on watching Stoudemire, but I think the Suns have gone away from him for too long of stretches in this game.
Bibby shoots 76% from the line, misses them both.
Well, he doesn't shoot 76 now.
24 lead changes here tonight at Arco Arena. Ambush there was Amari Stoudemire. Under 4 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Nash held and fouled there by Mobley. The protest by Mobley, who heads to half court. His Kings up by 2. And both teams in the penalty situation, so to the line goes Steve Nash.
Well, I think the key is whoever has the last shot.
A remake of the game in Phoenix. And the Suns hope for a happier ending. Nash to tie, now at the line. And that is his season high. Steve Nash now with 31 points.
You know, most games in the NBA are going to come down to the last 3-4 minutes anyway. And the team that gets the stops are going to win. And the Suns have to make up their mind here that they're going to get some stops and don't allow high percentage shots.
Weber throws up the hook shot over the top of Sean Marion. Again, a tough cover for Marion. Stoudemire elevates, rises up, and draws the foul. Smacked in the face. A beautiful airborne pass by Quentin Richardson. Amari will try to shake it off and head to the stripe.
He's a warrior. I mean, you might hit him and he might smart from it and blink a couple of times, but I guarantee you he remembers, and if he can get a chance to go right back at Brad Miller, he's going to come right back at him again.
You wanted Amari to get him involved here in the fourth quarter. And heads to the line. Named to the All-Star team today. Says he will also participate in the slam dunk contest. Amari Stoudemire now looking for 20 points on the night. Got it.
It's only one 6'10" guy that I ever saw that looked like he can hang with the little guys in the dunk contest. That was Larry Nance, who wore a Suns uniform. So Amari needs to look at some old tapes of Larry Nance.
Suns got a couple of slam dunk contest winners in Nance and Ced Ceballos. Mobley in the corner for 3. Down it goes for Coutinho. Mobley.
What can you do?
Back comes Amari. Gets past Miller and lays it in. What a majestic move with power and speed, Amari Stoudemire.
That was within 3 seconds. You know, and the Kings kind of celebrating, feeling good, and all of a sudden Amari's got a layup.
Mobley's backpedaling, putting the 3 fingers up, celebrating the 3, and Amari comes right back at Sacramento, leading by 1. Pitching around the perimeter, Mobley, quick fire, got it again. What a shot right in the face of Amari Stoudemire. That ball was in Coutinho Mobley's hands for less than a second before he let it fly.
I tell you what, they are shooting the basketball. It's tough to beat anybody when they're shooting the ball like this. And Coutinho Mobley started this game, Tom, on fire, 12 points in the first quarter. And he is lighting it up now when the game is on the line.
Sand painting is practiced by many cultures. Notice how they place the sand, 1 grain at a time. They've been working on this piece for over 8 days. I'm sorry, no pictures, please. Just look at the detail.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly on Southwest Airlines from Phoenix to the San Francisco Bay Area or Sacramento for just $59 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
The Rollings 10 presents T-Mac in Save That Dude Over There Who's Fallen.
T-Mac, that dude over there's fallen. Save him.
Let's go. Grab the ball, dude who's falling.
It's the Rollins 10. It's got more grip.
Thanks, T-Mac.
No problem, dude who was falling.
The Rawlings 10. More grooves, more grip, more game. Stay tuned next time for Save That Cat in the Tree.
T-Mac, save me, save me.
How are we going to return? To the top of the NBA. One step at a time. Your Phoenix Suns, working hard, playing harder.
Tray tables in their upright and locked position. Now it's time to take a look at some of tonight's high flyers presented by Southwest Airlines with our commander, E.J. Eddie Johnson.
A lot of three-point shots in this ball game today, and guys are just letting it fly. Look at Joe Johnson. Oh, in strong there, and then throw it up on the rim. I love Moses Malone and tips it in, and look at this guy here. I mean, they have hit 11 three-point field goals. Well, they surpassed it. They have 12 now, Tom. I ran out of them, but they are 12 of 19, and it's hard to beat a team when they're knocking them in like that. Give the Suns credit. I mean, most teams would be down 20 right now to this ball club.
Man, you talk about catch and shoot. Mobley in shooting position as that ball hit his palm. Nash, baseline, in and out, and down it goes for Steve Nash. 2-point game. Nash now with 33 points.
Now, you know, I told you a few minutes ago, the only way the Suns are going to win, they get stopped. That's it. I mean, the game is on the line now. They're going to go to Weber, play straight up defense, and let's see if he can make one.
Weber turns. Wants to face up on Marion. Backs down, kick it out to Bibby. A step behind the three-point line. Front iron, big rebound, Stoudemire. Suns with a chance to tie or take the lead. Nash defended there by Mobley. What a solid acquisition by the Sacramento Kings team. Nash pulls back, hangs in the air. Rebounded by Weber, clears it up ahead. Kings with a 3-on-1. Weber, Miller, all the way off the iron, blows the layup. Back come the Suns. Marion rises up 14 feet all net. Sean Marion. Miller misses the lay-in, the gimme, and the Suns on the attack.
Brad Miller thought he was going to get fouled. I don't know who he thought was going to foul him because no one was around him.
And you can see he is distraught right now.
Yeah, give him the ball. He might turn it over.
Again, Bibby initiating the contact, and he is sent out. Foul, loose ball foul, and it'll go against Mike Bibby.
Now, you know, Mike Bibby, you know, come on now. You know, you've gotten away with getting contact and getting to the line. That time, it didn't go because he tried to do it against a guy that can elevate and block his shot. And that was Sean Marion, and then he fouls Joe Johnson.
Marion exterminates Mike Bibby, and now it's Joe Johnson at the line. Nets the first one. Suns take the lead. Minute 30 to go, fourth quarter.
You know, how cold-blooded are the Phoenix Suns? I mean, it doesn't matter what you do to them. They still find a way to beat you. Look at that rebound.
Are you kidding me? Sean Marion out of nowhere to yank away that offensive rebound. That's number 15 in the rebounding department for the Matrix. Nash inside, sets up Quentin Richardson. Right down in the paint, and the lead is 3 for Phoenix. Nash spoon-feeding Q, just his third hoop of the game. Weber pushes off on Sean Marion, trying to create some space. And I believe it will be Marion, yes, busted for the personal. And back to the line goes Sacramento.
This is a heck of a pass, but more a heck of a catch and then a heck of a shot because he was under the basket and he was able to lift up and get it in with the left hand.
Weber hits the first. Steve Nash with his season-high 33 points. He also now has 16 assists.
You know, Chris Webber used to be not a bad free throw shooter, but he was fair. You know, this guy's shooting 80% this year from the line.
So skilled, and he has ended a Phoenix Suns 7-0 run. 2 free throws for Weber. 1-point game. You want good drama. You want good NBA theater. You've got it.
And you want a strong move.
Nash to Marion. Straight, strong. Rebound to Weber, and he now has another triple-double. His third in the season, 20th in his career. Pass tipped away by Joe Johnson. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for the Kings. They trail the Suns by 1. 40 seconds to go. Weber spins, faces up on Stoudemire. Behind the back, dangerous pass. Miller, after missing a layup, high degree of difficulty on that fadeaway.
Can you believe that pass? You talking about, I don't care if I throw it away.
Nash shut down there by Mobley.
Yeah, Steve's got to take that shot. I mean, he comes off the two-man game. He's got to take that shot.
Quentin Richardson powers in. The confidence of Quentin Richardson. Timeout Sacramento. Q with the chest thumps from the Suns bench. This is a guy who has knocked in 2 game winners already this season.
And he's used to it, and it's a guy that's been cold all game, and he's made 2 big shots down the stretch.
What a finish here in Sacramento.
The Room Store's huge President's Day sale is on now. Save up to 50% off, and for the first time ever, get 0% interest till President's Day, not 2006, not 2007, not even 2008, but 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase. Save on famous name brands like Broyhill, Sealy, Posturepedic, Viewpoint Leather, Lane, and more, and get 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
Hey, watch this. Buddy, you want some of this? You like bananas? Oh, good. Yeah. Here, take it seriously. No! Give me that.
Fresh, smooth, real, Bud Light.
Give me that. Come on, give me that.
It's all here.
Suns outscoring the Kings 34-29 here in the 4th quarter. Weber, what a dangerous pass, but it pays off.
Unbelievable. I mean, you know, you're talking about a guy that's got some confidence. I mean, that ball could have sailed out of bounds. Unbelievable. But, you know, the Suns come right back, and Q Richardson, the mouse in the house, and Bibby goes right over. Now, the key here is going to go through Weber. We all know that. Suns have to be ready to help defensively and then get to the shooters on the perimeter.
They put it in the hands of Mobley. Down low, Weber. The right-handed hook comes up short. Rebound, Marion. Bear hug by Miller, and Sean Marion to the line with 8 seconds to go. The Suns leading by 1.
Short-armed it. I mean, he had great position. I mean, you can't ask for a better look than that. And Chris Webber's going to make this shot 9 out of 10 times. He got Sean up in the air, and he just short-armed it right there.
Marion is 1 for 3 from the line here tonight. 1 for 4.
And he walked away. You know, and when he looks back at the film, he'll melt, because Sean's definitely an above-average free throw shooter. But I always say, you stay for the finish, you don't walk away.
1 of 2 for Marion, shooting 85% from the line this season. Timeout, Sacramento, 8 seconds to go. Suns leading by 2. We are back from Arco Arena right after this.
Take to the road and travel the world with the Health and Wealth Raffle. You could win one of 25 amazing vehicles plus cash, or win one of 46 dream vacations that span the continents. Over 9,000 amazing prizes worth over $5.5 million. And each ticket has a 1 in 18 chance of winning a prize. It's all in support of St. Joseph's Hospital and Medical Center and the Barrow Neurological Institute. Call or go online today at healthwealthraffle.org. Don't miss out.
So, a little winner take all for the last slice of pizza?
You want it? You gotta get through me. To the winner goes the pepperoni! Yes!
What? At Peter Piper Pizza, you'll love the food as much as they love the fun. If you're crazy about pepperoni, you'll love Peter Piper's new Pepperoni Loco Pizza. It's bold, it's spicy, and right now, it's just $9.99.
Suns and Kings, 2 games this season, 2 great finishes. We take you back to November 13th. at the America West Arena. Suns trailing by 2. 2 good shots at it.
Yeah,
Marion.
he did. 2 good ones, and Joe Johnson got the one roll right to him and rushed it maybe a little bit, and it didn't go. But here's the key here. I'd rather them take a 2 than a 3. They have been on fire.
They go back to Weber. Guarded there by Marion. In the lane. Kills his dribble. Inside Miller. Sent out by Stoudemire to preserve the victory.
Unbelievable. The Suns waited to the end of the game to finally play some defense.
Met at the top and exterminated.
Game over. The Kings don't believe it. Game over.
What a finish here at Arco Arena. And after 8 consecutive losses here in Sacramento, Brad Miller and the Kings are irate.
Well, I tell you what, if Brad Miller and the rest of those guys don't get in the locker room, he's going to have a longer vacation doing All-Star break.
Oh, and then Weber punts the ball up into the crowd. There go the wristbands. There goes the basketball. Down go the Sacramento Kings.
Well, hey, defense at the end of the game. Where was it all game? Well, they were saving it to the last play. Look at Brad Miller. Thought he had a chippy? It's out of there. Excellent block. He did not jump. He tried to shoot it right over the top of the rim.
You are watching Suns basketball, the best show on sneakers.
Here's your Bud Light.
Thank you.
You know, I think I'm just gonna go freshen up a bit, okay?
Okay. Look at that.
I think it is so funny that you like to dance as much as I like to dance.
Hey, yeah. Well, she's a little annoying, but I'm desperate. Oh, gotta go.
Oh, did you meet Coop?
Coop?
She's annoying, but I'm desperate. She's annoying, but I'm desperate.
What's that all about?
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
Nice try, pretty boy.
It's all here.
Keep going. Don't look at the thing. I looked at the thing. Only 260 calories? That's not even a sandwich. I should make a low-fat sandwich. Southwest chicken pita. Seasoned fajita chicken, roasted corn, black beans, grilled onions, and something zesty. Fire-roasted salsa. Whoa, I bet he eats healthy. Why am I staring at a guy? You're hot. See? I like women. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did.
Watch that. I got him. I see him.
Give me the ball, Pops. Come get it.
I think that's challenge.
Are you serious? I won't even put my bag down. Oh, come on, man. Don't let that man shoot you. I got nothing. You don't got nothing. Your mouth looks dry. Have a Coke.
You know what that is? That's the roof top, son.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Dakota. It has a lot more of what you're looking for. Power, the only V8 under 20,000. Size, the biggest overall interior room. Capability, up to 7,000 pounds of towing capacity. In fact, there's only one thing Dakota doesn't have a lot of: competition. The all-new Dakota. It's a lot more truck for a whole lot less. Now grab 0 Plus, 0% financing plus February bonus cash for total savings up to $5,100 on Dakota.
What a fabulous finish here in Sacramento. The Suns have won it 125-123. Our Verizon Wireless player of the game is Steve Nash. A season-high 33 points to go along with 17 assists. What a performance by Nash.
Well, you know what? He knew early on he had to step up offensively, and boy, did he do it. And still dished out 17 assists. Unbelievable effort from Steve Nash. He got the Suns in rhythm in that second and third quarters when they needed him. And then Joe Johnson was doing his thing, and then Quentin Richardson added a little bit of flavor, Sean Marion, and then at the end, Stoudemire finished the deal with the block.
Eddie, we've seen game-winning shots. How about a game-winning block by Stoudemire, terminating the attempt by Brad Miller?
Well, the mistake by Brad Miller, he didn't, he elevated slowly. Early in the game, he dunked the ball. Then he just tried to drop it over the front of the rim. He should have shot it off the backboard, and it wouldn't have been a problem. He tried to drop it right over the front, and that ball is still going up. It was barely out of his hand. So
Yep.
you know it's not goaltending. Excellent call.
And then Chris Webber with his best Ray Guy impersonation.
Oh, that was pretty
Suns
good.
have won it. 125-123. Suns report coming up next from Arco Arena.
Here's a power tip from APS, where paying your energy bill is easier than ever with a choice of convenient payment options.
With AutoPay, you never have to worry about making your APS payment again. Just sign up online and your payment will be deducted from your checking account on its due date. We'll email you with the due date and amount so you can view your bill online each month.
For more easy payment tips, visit us at aps.com. APS, the power to make it happen.
Your Phoenix Suns are playing to win. Now you can too. It's the Phoenix Sensational Sweepstakes. Each ticket you purchase automatically enters you into the sensational prize drawing for the month. Visit Suns.com for details. Put together your guest list. February Phoenix Sensational Sweepstakes Grand Prize is a Suns Legends Party Suite, where you can bring 20 of your closest friends, including visits by Suns Legends and the Gorilla. There's nothing like winning with the Suns.
Didn't you know you were coming to the airport? Put your arms out. Come on.
While you were waiting to be probed and searched at the airport, our slot machines paid out $50,000.
I have a book, notebook.
I don't need a story. I just need you to unpack it.
More money than any other casino in Arizona. What are you waiting for?
Phoenix Suns basketball on UPN 45 is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the NBA. Your Arizona Dodge dealers. By American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Bank of America, the official bank of the Phoenix Suns. By AutoZone, get in the zone, AutoZone. By Bud Light, fresh, smooth, real, it's all here. The Arizona Department of Health Services, be tobacco free. By Discount Tire, more choices, low prices, the best brands. The Room Store, we put it all together and save you more at the Room Store. And by APS, the power to make it happen.
You don't often see a block like that, Andy.
Oh, and welcome back to Sacramento, California, Arco Arena. The Suns have won it 125-123. He turned 31 yesterday. Steve Nash, that might be the best basketball game I've ever seen. We've seen game-winning shots, but a game-winning block by Amari, that was something else.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a great game. You know, they played well, and, you know, we played just well enough to win.
Tell me about playing in a game like this, back and forth. There are more than 25 lead changes in this contest.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's one of those ones where I think it's a team who breaks first, a team who kind of gives up a possession here, a possession there first, and neither team was willing to give up. Maybe, we just edged them on the last play. Amari didn't give up and made an incredible block.
Talk about the growth process, the maturity of this Suns team. Another great test down to the wire, and how fruitful this will be for the Suns down the stretch.
Well, I think it was important. You know, not only is it a tight game for us, but it was also a division rival and and a road game. And we need to really take advantage of the schedule. We had a really tough January. Now we've got a couple days off here and there, so it's important for us to get some wins.
Final seconds. Suns trying to hang on here against the Sacramento Kings. Take me through this final play defensively and what your reaction was when Amari sent this out.
Well, I thought we did a good job defensively, and you kind of scramble on the last play, and I think that gave Webber the opportunity to get two guys up in the air and make a great pass to Miller. And, I think Brad who would expect that? I mean, that was just an incredible block, and, it's just the kind of play that Amari, if he continues to make plays like that, he's going to have a special career and be a special player for a long time.
The fans here are still calling for a replay, but it clearly shows that ball was still on its way up. This evening started with you being named to the All-Star team along with Amari Stoudemire and Sean Marion. Quite a way to cap the evening here tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was a good day. I had my big birthday yesterday, and we all got made the All-Star game, and then for us to go ahead and win the fashion we did, it was exciting.
Steve, congratulations. You want to say hey to the Twins? I don't know if they quite understand you yet, but a big win for the fans at home.
Hola, mi tres muñequitas. Ciao.
There you go. Steve Nash for the Phoenix Suns. They win it in dramatic fashion here in Sacramento. Back to put a cap on this one with Eddie Johnson from Arco Arena right after this.
Got a window.
Mine too.
Business travelers, we got you something. Southwest has new leather seats and roomier cabins for more comfortable flights.
I love leather.
You are now free to move about the country.
For Arizona Rattlers tickets, call 602-514-TDTD.
The Room Store's huge President's Day sale is on now. Save up to 50% off, and for the first time ever, get 0% interest till President's Day, not 2006, not 2007, not even 2008, but 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase. Save on famous name brands like Broyhill, Sealy, Posturepedic, Viewpoint Leather, Lane, and more, and get 0% interest till President's Day 2009 with no minimum purchase.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
Lattes.
Watch this. There you go.
Thank you.
You ready?
Yeah. Your check card.
Check now. There yet?
No, nothing.
No?
See your check card transactions instantly with secure online banking.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. Instant, huh? Weird. Link. You know what? Can you make it do that again and get me a brownie?
Yeah.
Bank of America.
Thanks.
Higher standards.
Guests on the postgame show receive an elegant timepiece from Bullock, Italy. Find their unique designs at Jewels by G. Daryl Olson and at Drake Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. Our thanks to our Suns report guest, Steve Nash. Tom Leander back with Eddie Johnson from Sacramento. Suns win it in dramatic fashion, 125-123. We take a look at the final numbers in this one. The Suns outshot the Kings 52% from the field. They wound up 7 of 21 from behind the line. The Kings hit 12 three-pointers, but it just was not enough.
Well, it wasn't enough because I thought the Suns did a lot of things in the hustle category to get the win. I know the Kings are going to be looking at the last play, but I thought the Suns put themselves in position by the fact that they were dominant on the glass. They rebounded the basketball. They outscored them plus 17 in the fast break, and then plus 22 in the paint. So they did all the things necessary to put themselves in position to win this ballgame.
Take a look at the leading scorers. How did the Suns All-Stars do? How about Steve Nash? 33 points, 17 assists. Amari Stoudemire, he finished with 22 points and 9 rebounds. Of course, that huge block to win it for the Suns. Sean Marion, 19 points, 16 rebounds. Joe Johnson played like an all-star. He had 28. And Quentin Richardson with his 3rd game-winning hoop of the season against Denver, against the Lakers, and then here tonight.
But, you know, Quentin played huge down the stretch. Didn't get a lot of shots in this ball game, Tom, but the last 2 buckets he scored kept the Suns in the game and then eventually put them in the lead.
Guy plays with supreme confidence. Leading scores for the Sacramento Kings, Bibby with 27, Chris Webber, back-to-back triple-doubles. That has never happened before in the Sacramento Kings era. Mobley, 23, Stojakovic had 20. Brad Miller, though, that last shot, didn't he learn from Reggie Miller, you just don't go up soft?
Well, he didn't learn, obviously. He blew the layup, and I thought he was bothered by that, and then I think he was surprised by the pass from Webber. And he did 2 things wrong. One, he didn't elevate quickly. And then 2, he didn't dunk it, or he should have laid it up off the glass. If he lays it up off the glass right there with the left hand, no way Amari can get to it. If he does, that is goaltending. But he laid the basketball right in front of Amari, and then he loses it. I mean, he starts undressing. I was glad the referee left. He would start throwing his shorts and his jersey and everything else. He threw everything off his body, and I was a little worried.
And then Chris Webber punts the ball up into the rafters here at Arco Arena. Room Store, what's in store for the Phoenix Suns? We put it all together and save you more at the Room Store. We take a breather, and then it's back home. Suns against the Seattle Sonics, 6:30 start. Suns countdown on FSN Arizona back here on UPN 45 Sunday against Golden State. But that'll be a doozy at the America West Arena with the Seattle Supersonics, who actually will play the night before against the Sacramento Kings.
You know, the Suns can close it out nicely. That's all I can say. And they're facing a team, I think, that wants to send them a message.
I think you said in the first couple of minutes this was going to be fun to watch. Grab the popcorn, the Coca-Cola. It certainly was one of the best games I've ever seen.
It was, and I think it'll be more. I really do. I can't wait till they play Sacramento again.
The Run and Fun Phoenix Suns. My thanks to our director, Dan Siekman, our producer, Bob Adlock, here from Arco Arena, where the Suns have won it, ended an 8-game losing streak here in Sacramento. 125-123 the final. For my man, EJ, Eddie Johnson, Tom Leander saying good night from Sacramento. We'll see you again Friday night on FSN Arizona, Suns and Sonics.
Surprise your sweetheart with beautiful diamond jewelry from Super. It's a beautiful set for only $69.99. Or a 3-diamond past, present, and future ring. Many styles and sizes at up to 60% off our already low prices. She'll be surprised by the gift, surprised by the price. Visit
Leather for all the
Mommy.
Yeah, get it on.
Previously on Veronica Mars.
Veronica, you're not going to be able to come to terms.